Hey, happy Sunday to everybody. Today is May 25th, 2025, and I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today we're going to cover the Indiana Pacers and Knicks postseason game, game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And as you guys can see on the screen, it's pretty obvious who we have. I've been telling people on my Patreon page that the Pacers will sweep the Knicks, and so far so good. They won the first two games, and they're 2 games away from fulfilling my prediction. If you guys notice what it says up here, according to StatMuse, the Pacers, they have a record of 24-34 in the conference finals all time. And notice below, in the language of Gematria, Indiana equals 34 and Pacers equals 26. So, of course, if they win 2 more games, they'll be 26-34, which will spell out in reverse. It'll be Pacers Indiana or Indiana Pacers, however you want to read it. So again, we nailed the first 2 big underdogs. The Pacers have been underdogs in almost every game in this series. Today, the line is actually at even odds. Actually, I think the Pacers are like 1 point favorites. Doesn't really matter what the line is. It did in a way because when they was underdogs, we was able to make some good money off of them. But this is what I expect to happen. I expect the Pacers to win today. We're gonna watch. We're gonna scoreboard. We're gonna watch the scoreboard, and we're gonna listen to the game. And if you guys want to join the live stream, I put the link in the chat so you guys can join us. If there are people in the stream, I'll lower down the volume, and I'll just keep the scoreboard up while we have a discussion. So I just want to thank all the people who joined us today: Ersay, K. Gema, Evie Palmer, Ivan, Asgard, and thank you guys for joining. Rashard Harris, what's going on? He says, look at the all-time versus the Knicks. Pacers can take the next 2 games to get to 84. And you know what else is also interesting? I don't have it up here on the screen, but Tom Thibodeau, he can fall to 22-22 all-time in the playoffs with the Knicks. And we know in Gematria, Knicks equals 22 like basketball. So this looks like a really good game for the Pacers. I'm going to be shocked if the Pacers don't win today and this narrative doesn't play. But out of all the things we just pointed out, I think the stat that stands out to me the most, and I think is going to be the most helpful for the next 2 games, is what you guys see on the screen. The Pacers becoming 26-34 right before they go to the finals and play whoever comes out of the West. The Western Conference has been tough because I do see a narrative for the Timberwolves. I never liked the Oklahoma City Thunder to be in the finals because you guys know how they usually don't give the MVP to the person winning the championship. That usually doesn't happen, but it could change this year. I know there is a narrative for the Thunder because there's been a lot of players from the Seattle Supersonics who've passed away this year, and we know how Rich was always connected to the championship game, but it's something about the Thunder that I'm just not. I'm not impressed by that team, man. If they do advance over the Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm gonna put my money down on the Indiana Pacers to win the championship. I don't really think it's gonna be the Thunder at all, even though they are the hands down favorite right now. All right, so I already have the game playing. The game is about to start in about 15 minutes. So again, if you guys want to join the stream, I'm gonna put the link again in the chat. And if there's any other decodes you guys want to discuss before the game starts, you can join us to talk about it. So Rashad Harris says, you seen the decode for Tiny home run he just hit? Sorry, I've been waiting on you to stream, so I just got hella shit to talk about. Okay. Yeah, well, what about the home run? I didn't really decode the Yankees game. I think they won. Last time I checked, they hit a grand slam over the Mets. I'll take a look at it. Let me see. Or was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. Yeah, I saw a highlight of them hitting a grand slam. I think that was yesterday because they was playing the Mets yesterday. So yeah, it was against the Mets. Today they're playing the Rockies. So um, yeah, I didn't look at this. I didn't look at baseball today. I only looked at one game. I think today we don't really need to bet on every game. I think the Pacers have a very strong narrative. No, there's no need to really look at anything else. It's the bottom of the ninth for the Yankees. Yeah, that game. I don't like betting on big favorites. I think the Yankees were like negative 300 when I saw it this morning. I don't like betting on games like this. I won't be surprised if the Rockies do win this game. Remember, New York Yankees, they love 65, so that could be the final score of this game. Um, let's take a look at Mr. FanDuel odds. If they have the line at 11 something, I think the I think the Rockies might win. Let me just take a look. Okay, so they don't have the over and under available. See, that's a good sign for the Yankees actually. Because if they had this open at let's say like 11 or 12, I would have took the Rockies to come back and win. But because they don't have it open, I think the Yankees might win this game. Those are the little things that I also noticed. Right? I'm a baseball does equal 54, but the Yankees do like that number 65. But this game might end 5-4. New York Yankees baseball equals 54 like MLB, 54 outs in the game. And the reason I feel so confident about that again is the over and under. They don't have it open. They only have the Yankees open at negative 320. Yeah, but I'm not really here to cover baseball. I just wanted to talk about the big basketball game that we about to witness. You guys saw how game one they won. Was it game one or game two? They won with 114 points. Indiana Pacers 114. I saw a stat that teams that lose the first two home games are 0-14 all time in the conference finals. So I was like, maybe the Knicks will come back and make it 1-14, but I think that was just to mislead us. I don't think the Knicks are going to come back in this series, guys. I actually think, like I said, I think they're going to get swept. To be honest, um, people just waiting for the Knicks to have a good game, and I don't think Bakers is going to give them that opportunity. And now that I think about it, that Jason Tatum commercial, this is what I mean about having the right clues, but then we misinterpret it sometimes. Remember what Jason Tatum said in that commercial? He told the Knicks fan to, he said, "Don't choke" to the Knicks. And then what happened? Game one, the Knicks choked, 14. Halliburton he does has a miraculous ending to that game, and then they end up winning in overtime. So I think that was what that was about. The don't choke was the predictive programming for the next series of them playing the Pacers and then choking the way they did in game one and game two. And I think they're going to choke in game three and four. But that's what that was about. I misread it. I thought the don't choke was them losing to the Celtics. And that's what it is, man. These riddles. If you don't, we notice the riddles, we just don't interpret it correctly sometimes, and that's why we get stuff wrong. And that's why I thought it was going to be the Celtics. I'm like, why would he say that? Why would he say don't choke to the Knicks fans? What is that about? Because they don't just do things without a purpose. Everything has a purpose. We're gonna just wait for this last out. I think the Yankees got this again. Baseball equals 54. There is the potential for them to tie it and win 6-5, but I doubt that happens. The Caesars would have had the over and under available, and it's not. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back in the chat, see what you guys have to say. What's going on, you guys?
Yo, what's up, Simple?
Everything good, man?
Yeah, look, I just wanted to point this out real quick, man. Like I was saying, like the Pacers right now at home all time in the playoffs, 82 and 48, right? Indiana Pacers equal 84. Like you said, they can sweep these next two games, go 4-0, and end the season 80. End up with a record 84 all time wins in the playoffs at home, man.
Oh, so they can pick up their. Let me just look that up. They can pick up their 84th postseason win.
So look up Pacers all right, so if you want stat muse, do Pacers all-time playoffs record at home. So the people can see what I'm talking about.
Aces all time
All-time
postseason
playoff
record.
record, yeah, at home, yep.
Yeah, they'll
So if
be
they win these
they'll be
next
80.
games,
They'll
yeah, if
be
they win these
84
next
and
two games,
48.
they go up 84. Indiana Pacers equals 84.
Yeah, and 48 is the reflection.
And something else interesting, I found I'm thinking about too. Like if you notice, every game in this postseason, at the third game in the series, the other team will come back up from 2-0. It even out from 2-1. I think they got the better's minds now to where they think this is gonna happen this game, but this is gonna be the only game this postseason that go 3-0 instead of the other team coming back up from 2-0. You get what
And
I'm
did you
saying?
notice how the Indiana Fever they just played the New York Liberty?
Yeah.
And let me show you the record. And this guy Halliburton was at that game, and I think let me just show the standings on the screen. Notice how Liberty became 3-0,
Ah.
just like how they're about to fall to 0-3. The Knicks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Indiana Fever became 2-2. Today, Tom Thibodeau can pick up his 22nd postseason loss with the Knicks and fall to 22-22. Knicks equals 22 like basketball. I don't know if you can see that down here.
And it personally, like if you're asking me today what I think is going to happen, I think it will be a close game. Like it's going to come down to Halliburton or somebody winning the game by exactly like 1 point. I think Knicks do cover the spread today, but I think it's in a fashionable way to where they cover it just by 1 point.
I was thinking they win by 3. Actually, no, that won't make sense because I think the point differential
It's
is
like
at
one and a half,
19.
two. I think it's like -2 right now.
No, but
But
I mean like the
looking
Knicks.
looking at the public's money on the game, the public money is on the Pacers spread. It's only like 27% on New York spread right now of public money. So I'm thinking they do let them have the spread, but they're not winning the game. I do think this ends up 3-0 today. And
No, what
they
I'm
always
saying is
do shit to try to
the
throw
point
us off. Like
differential for the
everybody
season.
everybody was thinking New York Knicks because of the Villanova connections and shit like that. You know what they try to do to
Yeah,
us. They mock us.
I've been knew that was a trap, man. I've been knew it. That's why I never said the Knicks was. I never looked at the narrative for the Knicks. They don't have a narrative for me. I really thought that once they presented me with the Nova stuff, I said that's a distraction. It
Yeah.
won't be the Knicks. Let me see the Yankees took care of business. Yeah, baseball equals 54. See that's another big clue when you're doing these live bets. Always look at the if they have the over and under open on these websites. Because if they don't have an open, that means there won't be any more scoring in the game.
That's smart though. But like you
Yeah,
see how Otani, I know I know we've talking about the game that's about to come on right now. But like I was saying, Otani, he just played his 911th game today, and of course it was in New York City. He just got his 33 all-time home run versus the National League. Like just shit like that, man. Like this Gematria shit just be
and I
crazy.
think Nationals is 33.
Like this shit just be crazy, bro. Nine
Today was
eleven,
his
and you playing your
911th
nine
career
eleven
game.
game in New York, man.
Nationals is 33 like Sunday. He picked up his
See?
33rd home run of the season.
His 33rd home run versus the National League.
Oh,
But
versus
it's
the Nat.
it was
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one. Let me see if I can find
yeah,
that.
man. And
Aaron Judge,
Mets equals 33 too.
Aaron Judge all-time home runs versus the National League.
Now look up Otani.
Oh, it wasn't Judge. It was Otani. You mean?
Yeah, Otani.
Okay, on my bad.
First hit of the game, he knocked the home run out the park, man.
It says here he got 63
Do National League, look up on road after that.
on the road. Okay.
Let me see. I got the screenshot. I just
It says here he got 31.
hold on.
Yeah, the score is 1-2. Mets equals 12. So let me see. Pete Alonso hit a home run, and Otani hit his 18th home run of the season.
Can I
The
drop
first
this in the comment? No, I don't think I can. But yeah, enough about that. I
Maybe
just wanted to
against
throw
the
that out
Mets.
there. But
Yeah, because I'm only seeing 31. So he might hit another one. He might hit another one to get the 33 on a Sunday when New York is 33. But yeah. So back to the Knicks. Yeah, Tom Thibodeau. He's has 22 postseason wins, 21 postseason losses with the Knicks, and New York Knicks equals 22 like basketball. So yeah, the Pacers look good today, and I like what you pointed out about the 84.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the point differential. What I was saying about the point differential, if you add all the points that the Pacers and Knicks have scored against each other, the Knicks have a plus 19 point differential. So I was thinking
Oh
like
shit.
maybe they win by 19 and even it out, but I doubt it'll be a blowout though.
Nah, I'm really like I really got faith in it's gonna be like they're gonna let Knicks cover the spread, but Pacers gonna win the game. Like that's really how I think this game about to play out. But we just gonna have to find out and see, man. But even what I seen, what something I noticed last night, even with the OKC Minnesota game, OKC of course they lost by 42. I'm thinking they finished the series 4-2.
Yeah, and Anthony Edwards scored 30 points, the star player.
I'm not gonna lie, man. During that game, like at one point, OKC went down by 38. I was thinking they're gonna make a 38-point comeback to win the game, but that shit went out the window. But
Yeah, Minnesota 38. I think but didn't when somebody scored 38 points yesterday?
yes, now the Shea scored 38 the first game, the second
Yeah,
game.
that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. He had 38 against Minnesota. Oh shit. Minnesota equals 38. Yeah, yeah. Siakam had 39 against the New York team, the Knicks. And then they scored 114 points in game two. It's like this stuff is undeniable. I don't understand how so many people think that this stuff is just not happening the way we say it is.
Now you said it on an old stream, man. Like you said before, if you ain't got like $500,000 to put in somebody's face, they ain't never gonna believe you about shit. You know what I mean? like. You can show somebody this shit happening like every day, every day. They think it's just a coincidence that this shit is just happening, but nah, man. Like people who get it, who get it. And I like you were saying this a few streams ago too. You think like they're catching on now and they're trying to mock us, but so I feel like I'm also kind of happy that the community isn't growing too big because I do feel like that'll start to mess shit up even more. So
Yeah, they
hey
are
man,
catching
whoever
on, man.
appreciate Gematria appreciates it now. Like I don't be forcing nobody else to get this shit, want to learn this shit, none, man. It's just like it's a tool,
Yeah, but
man.
I think that it's undeniable that they're catching on. I mean, think about the commercials that they're putting out, all the little slick stuff they say now and during the pregame and the postgame.
Yeah, like somebody even pointed out your last stream. They pointed out the Villanova commercial where it was Dante versus Dante. He was meeting up with Bridges, Jalen, and Josh Hart. So everybody was thinking that they were going to be in the finals. It was going to be Minnesota. So yeah, you're right. They put this shit in your face, man. That's why,
And did you hear what Charles Barkley said? He said this Pope stuff is real. Like I don't know if you caught that.
bro.
He
No,
like, yo, this
listen.
Pope stuff is real. I'm like, what the fuck?
After the Pacers won last game, Triple H made a post on Twitter and was just like, it's like we wrote it so perfectly or some shit like that, bro. Because it was Brunson and Halliburton in the WWE game. It's like we wrote it so perfectly. I reposted that shit. I was like, they mock us so hard, man.
Yeah, man. And then they had both of them in the WWE WrestleMania stuff at the Garden, and then Halliburton says, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember, but even like maybe 2-3 years ago when they had the NFL was mocking the script shit. Like they did a whole commercial around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
there
just
was
like,
actually the players. There was actually the players.
yeah,
You think
man.
it's
It's just
rigged?
like they joking like it's not a real thing, but they doing it to shit like they're about they got people not to really care about by playing onto the joke. You know what I mean?
And if you think about it, like think about like back in the day, like you didn't see like Warren Sapp or Ray Lewis do any of that stuff. None of that stuff was happening. They only doing that shit now. Like now that the Gematria community exists, now all of a sudden they're playing around with the whole script. I never heard that word until this community came around. Well, I never heard that word them being used by them until this community came around.
Yeah, man. And I think it was just inevitable. I think like they knew some people would start to catch on. I mean, just with social media and how the fuck technology is now, it's just like you can't help but not notice. Even what you said about Stat Muse, like why was Stat Muse created anyway? And even when you pointed out when it was created, like that shit is not
Yeah,
just a
around
coincidence,
the
man.
same time that this community came around. Like
That's just not a
that's mad
coincidence,
suspect to
man.
me. That's suspect.
But don't you think it's? I think it's kind of weird. Don't you think it's weird? StatMuse doesn't do WNBA stats. Like, do you think WNBA is too relatively like I don't know, like new to, because I be trying to
Yeah, why wouldn't
decode
they be
some of them
having? Why wouldn't they
games.
be able to keep track of something that just came out, right?
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on, bro. Because I'm not. I was looking at. I was examining that Super Bowl, and I'm like, why would they have that narrative like that, where the Eagles can pick up that 666 loss if there's nobody even looking into that stuff? Like, who the hell are they trying to mislead? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like we
nah,
was
they
given
trying to
this
mislead us, bro.
information
They
for a
trying to
reason.
mislead us.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying, like, how did they know that we was going to be looking into that in 2025? How did they know that? Did they
it's like,
anticipate that shit?
yeah, like I'm saying, like like they've always anticipated how the fuck technology would grow, how social media would grow, like all these things be in phase and plan. So it's like they couldn't stop us from knowing, but they can control like how much we know, how much we do win, like how much the script is on point. Like they can control all of that, but they knew they couldn't control us just finding out about shit.
Yeah, that's about that might be the reason, man. But it's just a lot of fishy stuff, man. I'm like, because why did they give it? Because I'm thinking like, okay, if they really wanted to keep this stuff secret, why did they give us like movies like The Matrix and the Number 23
Bro, but
and They
what I used
Live?
to
Like,
hear,
why
what
did
I
they put
used to
all these
hear
movies
is
out?
it's a part of like the ritual. Like it's like they have to put it in your face because they can't hide their hand. Like they're supposed to show you exactly what they're doing, even with the moves and everything else. Like they got to show you that they're programming you, they're brainwashing you, all that. Like it's a part of the ritual. Like they put it in your face on purpose, and you catch on, you catch on. If you don't, you don't. Like
It's almost like, well, we did tell you, we warned you. Don't say we didn't warn you, type stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
Crazy stuff, man.
Like, wasn't it crazy? It was like I'm not gonna lie. Like a week before they announced our first American Pope ever, a week before that, Trump on Twitter posted himself as the Pope.
Trump, yeah, exactly. Yep, yep. And then it was all synced up with Trump when they put out the new pope. Yeah,
Like now that's why I'm like they put this shit in your face all the time, man. It's just like whoever catches it and actually pays attention,
and
yeah,
then think about the Pope dying on the same day as as Prince, who had a song called the Pope.
exactly,
Like, what are the odds of that?
exactly. This shit all be planned and scripted, man.
Shit is crazy. But you think about it, that song came out in the '90s. They already knew what was going to happen in 2025. Yeah, yeah, they have this shit planned way
Yeah,
ahead
bro.
of us.
Like even when you be lining up the people birthdays and shit, like you know it's pre-planned because it's like how to like the day from Pope Francis his birthday versus the new Pope's birthday exactly like so many days and it correlates to this event and shit. Like you know what I mean? Like this
Yeah,
shit is definitely already planned out, man. But like I
crazy
said,
stuff.
I'm saying for one last time, I do think Knicks will cover the spread, but I do think Pacers going up 3-0 tonight. I feel like it comes down to a 1 point game, and
A one
Halliburton
point game,
does
like a
some
last
more.
second shot type of stuff, right?
Yeah, I think Halliburton gonna hit a last second winner to say this. Ever since they called this man most overrated, bro, the league turned him up, man.
And you know what's funny? Tuesday is the 277th day of Reggie Miller's age, the 59 prime number. He's 59 years old right now, so they might do the double 59 to advance to the finals.
And check this. I don't know if you caught it, but it was a guy who was getting like I guess they was fucking around with him after the Knicks game in New York City, and Halliburton said, "I'm gonna fly you out for Game 4." And why would he say that? Why would he mention I'm gonna fly you out specifically for Game 4 unless he knows like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he
the
must know
sweep,
that's gonna
the
be
sweep.
the game winning night where you sweep. Like you get what I'm saying? Because you could have flown him out for Game 3. He could be there tonight, but you waited to say Game
Exactly,
4.
game four, huh? He
Yeah,
actually said game four.
yeah. He said I'm gonna fly you out for Game 4, man.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying, man. The sweep narrative is there, man. That's crazy how they hype the Knicks up just to have them lose 4 games in a row. Like they love mistreating the city, man. The Knicks is forever be losers, man.
That shit go
Yeah,
get, man.
I feel bad for all the Knicks fans, man, because there's a lot of people like
Now I feel bad for sports fans, like period, bro. Even though like I'm from
exactly, yeah,
like,
yeah,
bro, I'm
good
from
point.
Atlanta. I'm a diehard Atlanta fan, but at the end of the day, like I still know how this shit can go. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Let me see. Some joining some other people in here. So Zay was in here. What happened to Zay?
But nah,
He
man,
says
I
that
definitely
they
you
gotta
definitely
tell us
got to
the
stream more, man. I always be waiting for you to hop on, man.
yeah, it's just I don't be having enough time because these streams, they sometimes I'll be on here and then 2 hours go by, I don't even notice this shit. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
this shit gets interesting sometimes.
that's how it
Did
be
you
when you
get to
having that
see? Did
barbershop
you get to
talk.
see any other live streams that we did?
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I've been on for like the past two or three of them. I know the last one you had some people join the stream. It was like three other guys on there with you. I always try to catch them. If I don't, I go try to
What's your thoughts? Because I don't think you joined that day. What's your thoughts on the topics that we was talking about? Like they was talking about how this shit could be magical and then the injuries could be real and all that stuff. What are your thoughts about all that stuff?
So like how I feel, bro. I feel like the injuries are fake. I never feel like the injuries are real. Like it's like we said, like all this shit is pre-planned out. Like they knew fucking Kyrie Irving was gonna go out at injured after they just got traded for Anthony Davis. You know what I mean? Like they have to do this shit so everything falls into place. Like it's not a script unless all the acting is on point. You know what I mean? I never feel like the injuries are real, man. Like they'll say like, bro, I have like a fucking broken ACL and walk around the courtside the whole game. Are they playing? You know what I mean? Like
Kobe Bryant shot 2 free throws and walked off with his
Kyrie
Achilles
did the
injury.
same thing when the day he got injured. They had to shoot them last two free throws, man. Like, come
Yeah, yeah,
on, bro.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
Bro,
He
come on,
shot
bro. They
both.
don't be in. Bro, Jason Tatum, come on, man. He had to get injured, or New York never advances. If you're thinking about this shit realistically as a fan, bro, like there's no way the Knicks beat the Celtics with Jason Tatum on the floor. So they had to get him up out of there.
They
I
had to
never
get
feel
him
like the
out of
injuries are
there
real.
exactly to make it look
The injuries are
realistic.
not real, bro. The injuries are not real.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And then that's the thing, right? So if they're faking some, why wouldn't they just fake all of them? Like, why would some be real and some be fake? Like,
Not
no,
yeah.
it's either it's
I don't
all
think
real or it's all
yeah,
fake.
they not gonna. It's not gonna half-ass, bro. It's just none of this shit is real, bro.
Yeah,
And
none of it's
if
real.
a real
Exactly.
injury does happen, like it's kind of off script, but like I don't know how you feel about Derrick Rose. Like, do you think that shit was supposed to happen to him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they was just trying to open the road up for LeBron because remember LeBron became like I think he won
Ah,
like eight
damn,
MVP.
man. Now that you said that, that shit makes sense.
Yeah, because remember he was like the MVP of the league.
Yeah, his rookie
So they
year,
had
the
to
first
get
year he came
they
in,
had to slow him down
that
to
makes
get
sense. If
LeBron to
Derrick
win all
Rose
these
never get
MVPs.
injured, LeBron is never the player that he is right now.
Exactly.
There's never
Exactly.
even a question about who's better between him and Michael Jordan.
Exactly. And they did the same thing with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant doesn't get injured. He probably ties Jordan in six with 6 rings.
And once again, LeBron is just not the player that they want him to be.
Well, I just think LeBron, they do a lot of rituals with LeBron and it's all 42 and 30 with him. I just think that his thing was, having the most points, probably at what is he right now? Like at 43,000?
Yeah, but yeah, gonna be sneaking up on 45, 45, 47 before he retire. But I seen something else about him losing like two more playoff series or something to equal 41 or 42, some shit like that for. But
Oh, I haven't even noticed that. So how many postseason losses he has right now?
it should be around 40 something. Cause I was just looking into that shit the other day. Cause like they was talking about King James, they was doing the numbers for King James, all this shit. For him to he end up leaving the NBA on the same, either on 41 with Kobe or 42 King James, some shit like that for playoff series all time for him, some shit like that, bro.
Yeah,
For
I
playoff
see that
series
he has
losses,
108. He's 184 and 108.
I'll find that shit by the time we do the next stream. Uh, I'll go deeper into that. Yeah, the next time you hop on, because it was some interesting shit and it definitely did add up. But no, man, you was like the first, like after I don't I think I came across Zach's page when I first found this Gematria shit, and then I seen your YouTube videos like how to decode sports and like shit. You've been the guy since then, bro.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shit that I'm like, damn, how do people didn't wake up like the shit that they did in the World Series? Like that has to be like at the top of the list, man. Like, come on, how you gonna have Rudy May and Fernando Valenzuela pass away before the World Series, bro? I don't know, man.
Sometimes,
People
bro, the
just not gonna
script do
wake up to
you
this shit.
extra sick, bro. And that's the thing, bro. I just feel like people ridicule you more when you point out the shit that's actually going on instead of like the motherfuckers who making this shit happen.
I got friends, man. They probably watching this shit, but I don't care. It's like they get mad at me for showing this shit. I'm like, do you realize the Pacers are gonna win with 114 points? They go, why do you gotta spoil it for us? I'm like, you don't want to know, like you want
The
to
shit you
keep living
watching
in
is
this
fake, bro.
fantasy.
Like, supposed to be diehard fans about this shit, man. Diehard.
You ruin for at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're rooting for frauds, man. Like this shit is like these are frauds. These are
Yeah, like
liars,
Michael
man. They're
Jordan.
trying to
Michael
cheat
Jordan
you.
is a fucking fraud, bro.
Yo, he ruined my childhood, bro.
I
Like
think you pointed
I
that
used
out.
to
I
look
think
at
it was
that
you
guy
who
like,
pointed that
damn,
out to me like last stream,
yeah, he's a fraud. Like I don't even look at him the same anymore, man. I'm like, damn, you was lying to us this whole time. Like,
bro. But that shit made me sick to my stomach when I connected the dots like that. I didn't know they be faking these home runs and shit, man. Like I used to think everything was just all
yo,
talent and skill.
I remember when we thought Sammy Sosa and McGuire was the man.
Okay, but let me ask you this real question too before this game start. Real question. So how do you think the players act with this shit without like because at this point I gotta say the players are involved, right? But how do the players not let everybody else know? Like you think it's an NDA or like
You mean like why do they keep it so secret?
not even like why do they keep it so secret? It's just like you'll have them people who come out every now and then and be like, yeah, it is a script or yeah, that shit is fake. But like, how do they keep it from leaking like so much when it's so many leagues, so many players? Like, how do they keep this shit so like
I just think
tight,
that
bro?
it's such an exclusive club that I think the consequences
You think
of saying
they
something.
kill you if you say something?
Yeah, I think that's what the fear they put fear in all of these people's like. If you say something like this is not like a local gang where you have codes and then you say something and nothing happens to you. This is the actual mafia. Like something will happen to you, something will happen to your
Yeah,
family,
it's a
and
it's
we
a
are
fucking
going to get away
multi-billion
with it.
dollar industry. Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're going to get away with it, and that's the fear. Like dealing with a mafia that potent, you're not going to even jeopardize that. Like because these people they are in control of everything. So why would you even try to double cross somebody? Nah, I think that's what it is. Is the fear. The reason they don't speak out or it leaks. And on top of that, these people are getting paid a lot of money too.
Yeah,
So why would
a
you,
lot of life changing money. Yeah, you taking care
exactly?
of your
Why would
whole
you even want
family.
to go back to being broke after experiencing a lifestyle like how they expect?
Okay, but in that point being made, so like why like somebody like Aaron Gordon, like you killed my brother in a car crash, and the next year I didn't even go to the finals. Like you know what I mean? So it's just like how
Well,
like what's
he still got an opportunity to be a star in the league, and I think that's
yeah
what
he
matters to
made
these
some
people.
headlines. He got some important buckets. I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like
He won dunk contests. He did a lot of things in the NBA, and that was the price he had to pay. Like Stephen A. Smith, he got a big contract, but then his mother had to die. Like all these
bro.
people, they have to make big sacrifices to be successful.
I guess it do ruin them too if everybody found out they are frauds. I guess it ain't a good look for them either.
It's
Like
not a good look for them. It's not a good look for the league. It's not a good look for a lot of people, man. So
Yeah, speaking on that, I forgot I had seen an interview. Somebody was interviewing a former player, and he was talking about. I don't know if y'all remember his name was Kevin Martin. He was like a two guard. He played for Sacramento, and he was on the bench. And he said he looked up at the jumbotron, was like, "Yo, I got too many points. I'm about to stop scoring." And his whole thing was he didn't want to be like become too big in the league. Whereas though like you become a star, he didn't want to be an all star.
I
He just
see.
pretty much was in it, like he just trying to make his money and just.
But bro, don't you think once you sign that contract, you in it anyway? Like even
But
if
yeah,
you
for
LeBron
sure.
James level or fucking like
Oh,
Michael Porter Jr., like
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, once you in it, you in it. Like it's so many. You gotta think it's so many good players that's like just playing overseas because they don't really want to play in the NBA just probably because of that reason.
yeah, but I think even those players overseas are they under contract as well because those games are also rigged. Like all those overseas games that you
Well,
see that
yeah, that's true too. I'm only
those
saying
things
like
are
based
rigged
off
bro,
too.
the
sports is
money
rigged no
wise.
matter where the fuck you are in the world. Soccer, everything. Like no matter
Yeah,
what
especially
league, where
soccer.
you
Soccer
at.
is big
Yeah, bro, all this
worldwide.
shit, bro. Like
And
boxing. I
and
mean,
it's
every
good.
every
Somebody
fucking sport you can think of, bro.
this person brought up a good point. A lot of them are born into it. So if this is all you know,
that's true.
Bro, I used to find that crazy about the entertainment industry. I'd be like, damn, they both became famous rappers, and that was his cousin. But now I see why it's like that, bro. It got to be like that. They can't just have all types of randoms coming in. You know what I mean? Like,
Now, do y'all think like a lot of these players are like have like fathers that play in the league? Like I know we know some fathers that play, but
no, there's a lot of
yeah,
players who
yeah,
have
like Gary,
kids and they don't even
Gary
tell us
Payton and
about
Gary
it.
Payton Jr., bro.
no, like I'm saying like that's the obvious. Like I'm saying like you know how like they be saying like LeBron James' dad was Nate Thurman, or like you know how they try to hide
Type shit.
some of these.
Yeah,
Like
because
a
I
dad is
seen
a
a
coach or some
photograph
shit. Yeah,
of
for sure.
Aaron Judge and Aaron Gordon. Like it's just amazing how much they look
They look
alike.
the same,
Yeah,
bro.
and that's what
Yeah.
They
I'm
got the
saying. Like I
same
feel
first
like they be
name.
hiding.
I'm like, are
Have
these
y'all seen that
actually
college player
brothers?
that looked like LeBron James' son, bro? I don't know if y'all seen that, but it was another one. It was going viral for a minute. But the dude
I,
looked just like LeBron James. Like he looked more like LeBron than Bronny do.
I think I know what you're talking about, but
And
that's
think
what I'm
about Anthony
saying.
Edwards. Now he's wearing the loop earring just like Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yo,
His whole demeanor, bro. His whole demeanor to him, bro.
yeah, like the way he play and
the way he
everything.
plays,
Yeah,
he plays like Jordan.
and that's why I said like I feel like they got to keep these like bloodlines going through, like you know, like these athletic players and stuff like that.
Nah, but that's what I was just telling Simple. I feel like they can't have it to where it's too many randoms coming in because you can't keep this shit too tight if you just
Right,
got any and everybody coming up through here. But if we know we got your bloodline, then yeah, you say something, we know who to kill off. You know what I mean?
right,
Yeah, but if you think about like somebody like Carl Anthony Towns, right? So let's
Yeah.
say okay, so they got rid of like all like 10 members of his family. So let's say he does end up speaking out. Don't you think they'll use that against him? Like, oh, top news story, and Carl Towns was the person who murdered his mom. Like, they're not even gonna try to even
Yeah, no.
jeopardize their well being
Oh yeah,
because they
yeah,
know that might be the next
crucify you in
headline.
the
And
media.
yeah, that might be the next headline. Oh, Carl
Yeah,
Towns was the person that killed his mother because they probably know stuff that
yeah,
they
that
have
is true.
against them and all that stuff.
And no, to your point now, like let's go deeper into it. Sometimes what if they do make you are the actual one committing that ritual or that sacrifice?
Exactly, and
Well,
they'll have they'll have the
Facts,
you want
proofs
this
and the
$30 million,
evidence.
you gotta put your brother in that car that's gonna kill him in the car crash. You know what I mean?
facts.
Exactly,
That
exactly.
makes sense.
Because I
It's
remember,
just like some Diddy shit. Like y'all committing the crimes, and I'm keeping all y'all on camera, bro. From Obama to everybody else. Like this is my
Right,
blackmail. This is my security.
right, and that's probably
exactly,
why a lot of them don't speak out because they probably got like you know
yeah,
evidence
exactly
and
the
stuff
fear.
on them.
Yeah, exactly. That's a
Yeah,
good point. I think that is what's going on, really, to be honest.
yeah.
And
You know what's
also like
nothing to
think
say to
about
all?
what you say?
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Now I was saying like think about like people like Jordan, right? So Jordan has this big income. So you think Jordan's gonna imagine they come out with a headline saying that he was the one that murdered his father, like, and then he goes broke. Like they're not gonna jeopardize all that stuff,
Bro, you
man.
seen what they did? That bro, I didn't even realize how deep this shit was until I seen them take like they took Kanye's money, like they took his bank account, bro. Like
Yeah,
Exactly.
they
taking your
control all
fucking
that.
bank account when you got millions and billions, bro.
Yeah, they control all that.
They
They
control
control
all of it, man.
everything, bro. Every institution, everything we know of. Like
And
it's
it's to the
bro.
point where it's though like it's certain stuff they can't do with their money. Like they try to uplift people and all that. They can't spend their money on, you know, certain stuff.
Take it away, bro. You
Yeah,
can't you can't help the
Jim,
homeless. You
Jim,
can't be out here building shelters and shit. No, it ain't none of that, bro.
yeah, exactly.
You can't
Jim
go back
Irsay
and
was
help your
born.
hood. The most
He
you
was
can do,
worth $5 billion,
the
and they
most they
got rid
let
of
these
him.
niggas do is go and hand out turkeys in the hood. Like they give you a turkey, but nowhere to cook that shit at. Like, you know
Right,
what I mean?
I don't know if y'all remember. I did a video on what's this guy's name? Amari Stoudemire, and I showed the ritual with his brother,
right. I
and
remember.
I sent him a DM, and I said, do you want to know what happened to your brother?" And instead of asking me, because he put out a post about Gematria, and that's what led me to look into his career. So I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, since you're into Gematria now, would you like to know the numbers behind the death of your brother? And he cursed me out. I'm like, why would you curse me out if you're posting about Gematria?
Right.
And now I'm trying to tell you about your brother's death. Like, well, wouldn't you want to look into his death a little bit more since you're
In
into
Nah, bro, but
terms,
numerology now?
That at that point he letting you, he already know, and like you saying something
Exactly. He
like it
probably
just
Exactly,
make
already
him
know.
angry,
exactly,
bro.
exactly,
It make him
exactly.
angry that you pointing out like this shit wasn't just no coincidence. Like,
Right. Yeah. That you hit it right on the nose with that one. He probably already
Exactly,
knew. He
exactly.
probably knew the numbers already.
Because if I'm into numerology and somebody says, you know what, I could point out what happened to your cousin, I'm like, okay, let me listen. Let me take a listen first. I'm
Right.
not just going to directly just go and curse you out. Like, no.
Right.
Yeah, these people know, man. They make a lot. They make some real tough choices, man. I mean,
Yeah.
letting your mother go, letting your family go. Let me see how many family members at Carl Towns actually lose.
I remember his mom was like a big sacrifice when COVID first started because that's where she died from.
bro, but y'all seen the thing about like Tom Hanks being the first one that had got COVID or some shit.
Yeah.
It was a,
He,
yeah, it was a connection with Tom Hanks, man.
yo, he lost 8 people, bro.
Damn.
That shit
I only
crazy,
thought he
bro.
lost his mom. I don't even. I gotta look into that. Then I didn't know he lost.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen. Look at this. Look at this headline. This is what I mean. You don't do what they say, you're gonna end up in the news like this.
Wow.
NBA player Carl Anthony Towns on losing 8 relatives from COVID-19,
Wow.
Damn,
including,
bro.
and I don't even think that's including his mother.
All that to be a superstar, bro.
Right.
But check
Exactly.
this out, Didi. I don't know if y'all know who DDG is, bro. But his
Yeah.
brother, his brother got killed. Like, bro, DDG was probably like 9 or 10. He was a younger guy, but he still, bro. At the fucking press conference, everybody ran wearing the RIP shirts. DDG got on a sweatshirt promoting his YouTube, bro.
Is he?
Like,
That's the one that's going through it with his baby mom or
yeah,
something.
with the
Oh,
Holly chick, with
right.
the yeah, all that shit, bro. Yeah, that man sacrificed his brother to get where he at, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
crazy.
I hate how sick all this shit is, man. It's just like it's no way out for us. Even when we know the truth, it's just like we still a part of this shit too. Like it's nothing we can do.
Right. And it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy because people be like, "Damn, like you never been to a concert." I'm like, and don't want to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like at one point, I'm like, damn. I wish I didn't know about this shit because I be seeing how much fun these people be having. I'm like, damn. I remember when I was having that much fun, like cheering
Bro,
on
bro.
the
But
Knicks
see,
and
then
cheering
that's
on
that's the
the
that's the
Yankees.
blessing and the curse to it because then it's just like, damn, bro, you having fake fun, bro. Like everything you think is
Yeah,
real, it's
yeah,
not
you're right.
real. Bro.
Why
that's
I'm
would
not
you
gonna
want to
lie,
have
bro.
man.
I
fake
love
fun?
being more obsessed with this shit and knowing about this shit and knowing the truth than I do caring about
Yeah,
like
you
enjoying
hit it on
everything.
the nose, bro.
That's a
What's the point of
fact.
having fake fun? Exactly. That's like being with a girlfriend that's cheating on you, and you
And
supposedly love her. Like
right,
you living a lie.
and you know it, and you know it. That she cheating on you. Like,
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
still folks who won't even wake up and admit like Michael Jackson was sacrificed, bro. Whitney Houston was sacrificed, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
And
I think
then
she
Whitney
died on the
Houston and
42nd
Bobby
day.
Brown's
Didn't she die on
daughters,
the
bro.
42nd day of the year?
Like, come on, man.
and a
Bobby
lot of
Brown's
times,
still living, but they killed his daughter and his ex-wife, man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. So
right.
somebody pointed out how once your eyes is open, they can never go back, and that's a fact, man.
That's a fact. I
You
know
can
it for a
never unsee
fact.
this shit.
But let me ask y'all this question: how much money do you think you can have before you under their control, their whatever? Like, what did you think? Is a million, a couple million? Like,
No, I think once you start like getting like some real publicity, like let's say like I doubt that'll ever happen, but if this channel starts growing like to the 500,000 of that range, and we're getting a lot of views every month, they'll either take down the channel or they'll
Bring in the
make me an offer
surveillance.
and be like, you know what, we want you to. But I doubt it. I doubt that'll ever happen because why would they ever make an offer to
Yeah,
to put this information out there? So they'll just
yeah. They
probably take
wouldn't want this push. They wouldn't want this pushed out.
yeah they'll probably just take me down.
Hmm.
So the Knicks just lost the lead, and that was a 1 point game. And isn't that funny how Vegas is always on the money? Like they put out the spread at 1, and then you'll see that the whole game will be like a 1 point
A
game.
close, yeah, close game.
yeah,
Yep.
bro.
Shit is such bullshit. Like how will Vegas know that? You know?
Because Vegas, and it's crazy. The same people who write the script, the same people who control the fucking sports books, man.
Hmm.
How you think they know where to set the lines? Like, how do you just wake up every day and you know where to set a line at 4.5 versus 10.5, or you know to
Right.
make the money line -142 instead of +137? Like, come on, man.
Right.
And
Exactly. Bro.
the shit be ready even before the next day, before the games is over. Like you said, simple lines is already up for tomorrow.
They got the lines up for the NFL season that starts in September, and we in
Right.
Like,
May.
Right.
You can bet on futures for the next Super Bowl. Why do you think they do that if they don't know what's going to happen, bro?
Right.
You think they're going
Yeah,
to let you
exactly,
bet money on
exactly,
some
exactly.
shit
You
that
can
they
bet on the
don't know
Super
the
Bowl,
outcome
exactly.
of, bro?
Right.
Exactly. Why would they have? Why would they have like a team that might win it with like plus 10,000 odds? They'll never do that.
Hell no.
They will
You
never
know they
pay out
never.
all that money.
Yeah, they not paying that out.
Yep, that's a good point.
Or
Yeah,
sometimes not.
see,
It's simple to that point.
all those things I
Sometimes
started
they
noticing
really know
that
to even do shit
before I
like
even
that
learned
because you
about
don't think to
Gematria.
bet on that team. Think about this. Do you think anybody was betting on the Pacers to win a championship or even go to the finals?
Hell no.
Nobody was betting on that. So sometimes they will do that. So you are blowing your money on the Lakers and the fucking
And
and
the
everybody
Thunder and
else.
the
You see what I
Cavs.
mean?
Yeah.
So that one it
Yeah,
kind of go
they'll
both
give you like
ways too,
a
bro.
team that nobody's betting on.
Right. The team that's like right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Raptors that year. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
thought the Raptors were going to be the Golden State Warriors after they won 73 games.
Exactly, bro.
How they going to be? How Kawhi Leonard's going to be Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry? How they going to do that?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think Toronto was winning that year either.
Yeah, that shit is all a big script, man. I'm like, why? I was wondering. I'm like, why is Drake at every game all of a sudden making news headlines every game?
That's crazy. And I think that year that happened. This is before I knew, all of this stuff right here.
So let me see. So what's the box score looking like?
I'm telling you, man, watch this game end by 1 point. Pacers win.
So Carl Towns has no points.
Let me see who scored the first basket because I know people be trying to decode that too.
Yeah, I remember on Christmas we had number 25 on the Knicks. What's this guy's name?
Bridges.
Bridges, Mikal Bridges. He scored the first point on the 25th on Christmas Day, and then he
I
scored
don't
the
know,
first
bro.
point on New Year's Day to open up the year 25.
Oh shit! But see, I be finding it more difficult to like the player props, bro. That be whooping my ass, bro. I like just sticking to the money lines. I'm not gonna lie.
They had Jalen Brunson score the first point.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he probably has a good game. He already has like 10 points. Yeah, but how can you sustain that during the whole 4 quarters? That's why this Knicks team is they're not going to be able to keep up with a team like the Pacers, especially when
Yeah,
they're
bro.
making all
Like,
these miraculous shots.
bro, your starter's been playing over 40 minutes the whole
The whole
postseason. Like,
playoff. Yeah, that's
come
not.
on,
It's
bro.
yeah.
I'm
Did you
surprised
see
not one
how
of them got injured yet.
Tom Thibodeau had this guy? They used to play for the Thunder. Damn, I be forgetting this guy's name. Let me see. His name is Cameron Payne.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
campaign. Yeah, he on the Knicks right
Yeah, he
now.
was shooting. He was shooting shots that it was hitting the shot clock. He wasn't even taking them out. He kept them in the game.
Yeah, they players is burnt out. And then it's like they probably already know, like, well, we're not supposed to win anyway, so
So y'all think like even the Matt Nigga rim and shit like that, y'all really like y'all think that shit really going on too?
Yeah, of
yeah. Now
course,
that's
of
one thing
course,
I
man.
always like felt like was true. Even with
I've heard announcers actually say it. Like they'll say, "Oh, I think that rim has a magnet." I'm like, "Oh
Oh,
hell no!"
I'm
okay.
trying to think, was that you, Arthur, that was saying about the Harlem Globetrotters or something?
Yeah, remember they were shooting shots from the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm like, and like seeing that stuff, like, and I remember one time as a kid, I went there, I'm like, yo, how is they making these damn shots? Like, there's
So
no
what about
way.
that lethal shooter guy? Y'all be saying that lethal shooter guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's part of it too.
yeah, for sure.
Especially with all
Yeah,
these shots
yeah,
is
he for
fake.
sure part of it. Yep.
Yeah, bro. Like he spinning. He fucking making basketball shots with the fucking rim got 1,000 spikes on it, bro. It's in the middle of a windmill and shit like that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Yeah, yeah, he part of it too.
He took a shot from on top of a mountain.
Right.
Yo,
nah, bro. But this why I be saying like I don't wish I never found out about this because, bro, like I enjoy more knowing this shit not real than I do like fake enjoying all that bullshit.
now me too. It's just that I'll be seeing how excited these fans are. Like, damn,
Nah,
that
like
is a
die
different
hard,
type
bro.
of
Like,
joy that I
And then
will never ever experience again. Like,
bro, I
I'm
would
the
never
type of
spend money
person
to
that'll
sit
crush their
courtside.
dreams. Like, well, yeah, you know they about to lose today. So.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of us like to wake people up.
Yeah.
I think it's deep inside we're really hating.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be hating. I'm like, I see all these people having fun. I'm like, this shit is rigged.
Yeah, yo, me too. Like,
That shit is hate. I think we hating,
like,
bro.
on the last stream, I told my brother, like, yeah, bro, but yeah, we gonna lose. Yeah, they're gonna lose today.
I think deep inside we really be hating on them because we see how happy they are, but in the way we also helping them, but
yeah, for
Not really
sure.
helping them, like, bro. Do you know how much people spending on this Knicks series right now to go to them fucking games, bro?
Man.
yeah, it is.
Even
It
at the
is.
Super
Yeah,
Bowl,
we are
like
helping them.
$3,000 for a Super Bowl ticket to
Yeah,
watch
people
some
going
wicked ass
broke. That's a
shit.
good point. People going broke,
Yeah.
maxing out their credit cards just about a rigged ticket, man.
Bro,
That shit is
saving up a
crazy.
whole year. They're working 40 hours a week, saving up the whole year to make it to a Super Bowl once in their
To give
lifetime.
it
Not
to these
even that. My
fucking
brother,
frauds, yo.
he
That shit
paying
is crazy,
paying
yo.
for tickets on Klarna and all that. He's like, bro, let's go to a game. I'm like, nah, I'm all right. I'm not wasting my money on going to
Bro,
no
but
game.
I thought that shit was crazy when they partnered when DoorDash partnered up with Klarna. I'm just like, they want people to be broke, bro. Like this shit is
Yeah.
Oh,
slave
you
to the
imagine if the
grind, bro.
score is 22-22 on the day that Tom Thibodeau can fall to 22-22 in the postseason?
That shit you pointed it out, true.
Let's
Yeah.
see if the
It'd be
Pacers
crazy
score and
watching
make
it
it
play out.
22-22.
It'd be crazy to watch it play out in real time, bro.
Yeah, because Knicks equals 22, man. Okay, it might not happen though, but that will be interesting. But yeah, man, they keeping this a real tight game though. Oh, it is
Yeah, it is.
22-22.
Tom Thibodeau getting that 20-second loss a day.
He'll be 22-22 in the postseason, man. Wow.
It's
Bro,
locked.
what's that old saying? Give them bread in the circus and they'll never revolt or some shit like that.
Yep. Look, the score is 22-22, yo. Oh my
That's
god.
it right there.
Sucks, man.
And they gonna make, like you said, they gonna make this game like so interesting. Like they gonna try to keep it close.
Bro, I'm telling like I told Simple when I first hopped on this stream, look, bro, the spread is only 20% of public money on New York spread tonight. I'm telling you, they win by them they cover spread, but they lose to the Pacers, bro.
What was the opening spread?
The
One and a
opening
half.
spread was like 1.5.
Oh yeah,
It went up to
yeah.
2. They
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
cover the spread, but Pacers gonna win this game, bro. And if they don't win, then I'll eat my words. But that's what
no. They winning today and they're winning on Tuesday. It's a
yeah.
sweep.
So that and they'll end up 84. They'll end up with them 84.
84 and 48. 48 the
Yeah.
reflection of
So
84.
remember,
Indiana Pacers
Arthur,
84.
when you gave me them picks, when you gave me for Indiana, the first game was like 4.5
Yeah.
plus 4.5. I said, yo, they winning. I'm taking a money line.
Oh, you took a money line that
I
game.
took a monny line. No,
Shit, you slick bastard.
that 4.5. Yo, when I see that 4.5, that's an upset number right there.
Nah,
So
but
Yeah,
this was the thing.
you're right about
This
that.
when
You're
I
right
see
about
that, I
that.
said, yo,
I got a little nervous though, man, because remember they was down by like
yo,
14.
you got nervous. Like
I'm like, yo,
I
they're not
went
gonna cover
skating.
4.5. Like,
I
Nah, bro,
went
but y'all
skating
didn't
that
start
whole
betting.
night.
Y'all
I
didn't
didn't
start
skate
doing
the
the
whole night.
live
Watch the
betting.
game. Huh?
Y'all don't be like I caught on, bro. To when I know it to like when I knew Pacers was gonna win like the second game and they be down the first half.
Oh
I was going bet on
I
the
caught
money
some
line
live.
live. Y'all don't be doing that.
Yeah, I caught some live stuff like
I
that before
did
too.
it game one when I took Pacers +6, then I took them +4, then I took them -1 when they went to overtime, and I caught all of it. And I had the original bet, which was Pacers plus the 4.
Plus the 4.5. Yup. Yeah,
I'm like, yo, if they
too.
sweep, they'll have that record 26 and 34 in the conference finals, and those are the values of Indiana Pacers.
I was hoping the Pacers was gonna be underdogs today, but they're not gonna keep paying that out.
Pacers equals 26. They got 26 points.
And then so remember when Halliburton hit that shot? I really feel like that was supposed to have been a 3 to end the game.
Nah, that was a 3, bro. That was a 3, bro. I'm telling you, that was a 3.
Did the choke, the little choke thing?
Yeah, but it was so perfect. I think they had to look at the replay. I think he probably did. I think they do go off script sometimes. Because that would have been perfect. Like he hits the 3.
They would have had 126.
And then Reggie Miller points at him.
Yeah, that's why I said I really felt like that was supposed to end the game.
Yeah, they might have to score 26. Pacers equals 26, but yeah, they are. See, Pacers equals 26 points in the first quarter.
They're gonna keep
telling you who's gonna win the game, man.
Yeah, it might be.
One of those two teams will end up with 26 points. That's the Gematria Pacers.
So y'all like
Yeah,
Thunder
they
out the
win.
West?
They win the next two games. They'll have 26 wins in the conference finals. There it is, 26-26. Pacers equals 26.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is so perfectly scripted. Like every play, every shot, every make, shit is unbelievable, man.
But then
Yeah, especially
sometimes,
with
but
that
that's it. Go
Magnet.
back to the question I was asking you: how do the players make it so unnoticeable, bro?
I think it's a lot of rehearsal, a lot of practice, man. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
it is impressive though. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, because they
So y'all
do.
think
They
that's what
do.
they do when they at practice, quote unquote, at practice? Y'all think they really just going over like
Yeah, they're
what's
going
gonna be
over the
going down?
script, man.
Going over the script.
And,
Yep.
and if you notice, they I don't know if you ever seen like one of the players be mic'd up. They're really communicating with each other. We just don't hear it.
Yeah.
Yo, so it happened this year. Remember when that game when Minnesota and Golden State was playing in the playoffs, and somebody hit the shot or something, and Draymond was screaming out the 5.5 or
Yeah, the
something.
5.5 spread, the shit that went
Yeah,
viral, bro.
yeah.
But
I'm like,
this is what
yo,
I'm
come on.
saying.
Yeah,
Like the big pages was even I'm saying, bro, they'll mock us so bad. Even the
yeah,
big pages were reposting that, but it make everything die down. Like people stop caring about it once ESPN or somebody else posts it. It's like, oh yeah, well he said something about the spread. Well, now we're gonna
yeah.
move on. You know what I mean?
Right, because he's pretty much saying like, yeah, we covered the spread.
You see,
But
the
yeah,
Knicks. The Knicks might have 20. They might end the quarter with 26, right? There it is. 26 points in the first quarter. Man,
My biggest thing is the halftime score, bro. I'd be dying to see what that halftime score is.
yeah. Yeah, that's also big indicators, man. The halftime scores, the scores at the end of the quarter,
mm-hmm.
You think even the timeouts and shit are scripted, bro?
everything is scripted. You don't remember when they when LeBron was trying to surpass Abdul-Jabbar, they took him out the game with 3.8 seconds left in the
Oh
game.
hell yeah. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
and then Kobe 4.1 seconds.
Are they going to finish with 30 because they're going to go up 3-0 tonight?
Ooh, ooh, Pacers 3-0. Yeah, remember Kobe Bryant, the last game, 4.1 seconds. They took him out the game. All that stuff is calculated, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff is not an accident.
That shit crazy, man. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, everything is calculated from the
What
point
sport
you
y'all like
look
the
at.
most?
You
I mean,
remember
y'all
the
like
Jordan
NBA,
shot, the last
football.
shot?
Say it
There's
again,
actually a
something.
photo out there of Jordan's last shot. Remember when he did the crossover over Brian
Over
Russell?
against Utah?
Yeah, it was 6.6 seconds left in the game. Game 6, 6.6.
Damn.
And there was supposed to be a kid in the crowd holding up a 6. Let me look up that shot. Let me look up that photograph. So here it is. You guys can see that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it at the
Oh
top.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah, yeah.
six
Yeah,
point six.
6.6. Of course, Bulls equals 66. This was game 6. And there was supposed to be a kid in the crowd. Oh, yeah, you see him right here? Oh, let me
Mm-hmm.
see. They're actually pointing at it. Somebody wrote it on. Let me see. I'll look for a better photograph.
Oh, that shit was crystal clear.
But there was a kid in the crowd who was supposed to be holding up the 6.
I definitely see that 6.6 though. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Bulls equals 66. On the other side of the court, it was 6.9, right? Bulls equals 69. Michael Jordan's career high, he had 69 points.
That
Crazy.
shit crazy, man.
I can't find a better photo, man. There's a photo where you can actually see the kid and what he's doing. Yeah, man, this stuff is perfectly scripted, man. You gotta ask yourself, like, how long did Jordan rehearse that shit, like, to make it come out? Like, you only get one try at this shit.
Right. But you know, with the
I can't
magnets, you
find
know
the
that shot
photo,
gonna
man.
go in regardless.
Yeah, I can't find that photograph that I was talking about. But yeah, there was a kid in the crowd holding up the 6. He had 5 fingers up, and then the other one. Yeah, anyways,
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's about. I think it's this right here. I don't know. It was someone. It was right around this area here. But yeah, you see the 6-6 though, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you
Yeah,
definitely
I
see the
seen the 6-6.
6-6.
Yeah. You can't miss that.
Yeah, Bulls equal
It's crazy. I know
66.
it's crazy because I never paid that no mind, and I've seen this picture so many times.
Yeah, Bulls. Look at the Gematria Bulls. And the funny part is, I don't know if I did a video. I think I did a video on Michael Jordan. Like, look, Space Jam equals 23.
Oh
They had
shit.
both number 23s
Play it
play
right.
main character. Yeah, Bulls 66, 69. Remember he changed his number to
The
12,
12. Yep, I was about to say that.
33 like Scottie Pippen, who
Damn,
sacrificed his son
bro.
at 33.
He did.
Yeah, his son was 33 years old.
See, I don't even be. I didn't even know he. I mean, I know he got a couple sons.
Yeah, look how old his son was.
Damn,
Wow,
bro.
Atron Pippen was 33 years old. He died.
wow.
Master number
Imagine that.
33 at that, bro.
Number 33 loses his son at 33. And nobody blinked an eye. Nobody even asked, like, oh shit, that's strange.
Right.
But that's
Yeah, I
how I
didn't
felt,
even
bro,
know that.
about Aaron Gordon brother being in the middle of nowhere in that fucking car crash, bro. Like, why was he there in the first place?
Yeah, and then the year that he changed his number to 32, they finished 50 and 32.
Like,
He used to win
bro,
number
shit,
50.
it be sick,
Right.
bro. It be sick, bro.
Damn,
23, the
I
ninth
don't think
prime, he won number 9.
I don't think I could. I don't care how much money. I can't think. I don't think I can live with. They be like, yeah, we about to kill, this person. Like, I don't. Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, Kobe dying in that plane in that helicopter today. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, man,
like,
that shit's
yeah,
sick,
huh?
man.
Yeah, I won't be able to sleep at night knowing that I was the one behind all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think about that. And then you all the money in the world, and you think like, you be like, damn, was this really worth that?
Hey, bro, to them, you got to, but to folks that ain't never had 100,000, you give them 30 million, bro. That their mind changed on a whole lot of shit, man.
That is
Somebody
true.
pointed out how the Bulls were established in the year 66. Michael Jordan's 6'6". Yeah.
Damn,
Everything about him was 6'6", man. 66.
they won them six championships.
You know what I never looked into? His 666 game. Like, what was the big ritual with that? I think we should
Damn,
do that.
yeah, that'll be a
You
good
know what they
one.
did with Kobe, right?
We know the Kobe one with the
Jordan's
81 points.
666 career game. Let me see. Of course, that news has it. Oh, look at that. He had 666 points in the 1993 NBA playoffs.
And they say weeks later his father is murdered. It's crazy.
It's probably a
Nah, that's
conspiracy video.
insane, bro.
How would they even know that? Yeah, this is a conspiracy video. Yeah,
Oh
but is
yeah.
that true? He has 666 points in that 1993. See, Jordan points
Yeah, because that's
in
a
the
lot of points for a
1993
playoffs.
postseason. Look at that. He scored
Oh
666
shit,
points.
Damn.
number of the beast, man.
And that was the year his father died, yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he died in 93 on the 23rd, 33 days after the finals, man.
On the
Think about that on the
23rd.
23rd, on the
Yeah,
23rd,
right. That's the
bro.
On the
first thing that just
23rd
came
day
in
of the
my head,
month.
like the 23rd. Like, what? Yo, this is
Yo, you know what's
crazy.
crazy? That means you probably see if we knew this knowledge, we probably could have predicted how many points he was going to score in Game 6,
Right.
right? Because you
Because
would have
that was
just
the
did
last,
the
right.
subtraction. NBA Finals,
Yo, that
the
is
Bulls versus the
crazy.
Suns. Of course, the Jesuits and the Sun. Yeah, he had 33 points. Oh shit!
Wow. Yeah.
So he scored 33. Then 33 days later, his father died. Same thing they did with LeBron. LeBron scored 27 points in the 2016 finals.
Then Nate
And then
Thurman.
27 days later, Nate Thurman died.
Right.
And then Kobe's father died on the anniversary of Nate Thurman's death.
Crazy.
So
That
think
shit
about
crazy,
Kobe's
bro.
dad and LeBron's dad. They both died on the same day in history. 99 to 98. Wow. And that was against Barkley and the Phoenix Suns. Mm-mm-mm.
It's crazy because, like, I mean, I don't, I'm from Philly. I don't know how true it is, but like one of my great aunts was saying that she was related to Joe Bryant. Like, I don't know how true it is because I know, like, I didn't see it as me coming up, but she was like around 80 something when she said this before she passed. And I'm like, the hell?
So yeah, you might have a connection to Kobe. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what the hell? But I don't want no connections.
No
Like,
connection.
yeah, that stuff don't matter to me, because especially the stuff that I know.
Yeah, that's crazy. He scored 666 points. That's crazy. I did not
That's
know that.
crazy. Then 33 at that.
And then he scored
Was that
33
game on a
points.
Sunday? Because Sunday equals 33?
I know NBA Finals does. June 20th. Let's look it up. June 20th. How many days was that after his birthday anyway? Let's see.
Yeah,
See, look at that. They've been doing this shit for. That's what I'm saying. This guy's a fraud, man. And for all these years, man, I thought this guy was the greatest, man.
Oh, that was a Sunday, it looked like. Yo, that's crazy.
That was a Sunday.
Sunday 33.
He scored 33 on a Sunday in the NBA Finals. When the NBA Finals Sunday, Bulls all 33. And Michael's 33.
Crazy, bro.
That's crazy. I'm like, yo, that had to been a Sunday. 33, they love that 33 was Sunday. That's why, like, when you just said the show he home run, he might get another one today to get 33 on a Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Because he has, like, I think 32.
Yeah. Because he already hit one, and if he hit another one.
Yeah, the score is 1-3, LA equals 13. Yeah, that stuff is crazy, man.
This is insane.
And that wasn't that on Father's Day?
Even if Otani don't hit the
other one,
the 30, like the 33, the best connection was his 9/11 game in New York City. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what's crazy? That was Father's Day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Oh my God! So he wins the championship on Father's Day, June 20th.
Yo, 33 points on a Sunday
on Father's Day, and then his father dies.
Dad died on the 23rd or the next. Yo, that's crazy.
In the next month. Like, I think that's why he probably threw himself on the floor. It wasn't that the photo? Oh no, it was actually. I think the following when he came back after. I think after that he played baseball. Then he came back, won the championship, and he threw himself on the floor. Yeah, you guys know this photograph right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he won this championship on the year on another Father's Day as well.
That's
he was probably like, oh yeah. See, look, Michael Jordan sobbing on the floor on Father's Day, 1996.
He knew what had to happen, bro.
So he like, damn, I sacrificed my father on I won the last championship in '93 on Father's Day. My father died. Now I'm winning another championship on Father's Day. He couldn't take it. He was like, oh fuck, man, this shit is crazy, man. My father. Oh, it could all just be acting too. Maybe he's not really like emotional about it.
Right.
Maybe this is just more theater. Because if you really love your father, you would never even agree to the contract. So
exactly, bro.
So all this shit is probably more theater.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a fuck.
But bro, again, like I think maybe sometimes they don't tell them the ritual until they get them to sign the contract. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, we just gave you this $30 million. Now this is what you got to do for us, type shit.
Yeah, but I think he knew, man, because he probably put two and two together. Like, wait, I'm winning a championship on Father. Like, these people are not dumb.
Yeah, even with the shoe deal, even with the Jordans back then, like, yeah, everything that was going on around him, yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had to take a big one.
That's crazy.
I'm like, the thing is the thing, right? So you care more about the sport of basketball than your father?
That's why I'm saying, like, I can't imagine me.
Like, I don't know, like, what in the world can I care more about than my family? Like,
right,
bro, it be that ego, bro. People love having that legacy, bro, and that money, bro. Money make you do things you never thought you would do, bro.
No, you're right, and these people live forever though. They're not like regular people. Like these people will never be forgotten about.
Fuck, you never had $100,000 in your life and you 18 years old and somebody come and give you 30 million, 50 million. They're telling you your whole lifetime you're gonna make 100 million.
Man,
you guys remember what I was saying about the score being a blowout? I don't think it's gonna be a close game, man.
Oh yeah, damn.
Nah, it is getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think if they win by 19 points, they'll even out the point differential.
Nah, bro. If they win by 19 points, I need you to hop on stream tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe they win by 19, but I don't know. They might keep it close because like you said, it is a 1 point spread. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, the sweep, man.
Or not. This is what they do. Simple. They gonna let the
Yep.
score get a little out of hand. Everybody gonna hop on New York at halftime live, and then they
Yep.
come back and let the Pacers win, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That shit like clockwork, man.
yeah. But they already got 8 points spread. I doubt it, man. I doubt the Knicks come back, man. It's over, man.
I was
And,
hoping.
and,
I
and the
wish this would
sad
have been
part
out the
is,
way.
a lot of people actually like they say stupid shit like, why you if you guys do all this information, why you not rich? I'm like, we're not rich because we're not fully taking advantage of this stuff, man.
Exactly.
Right.
Like they put
But
this
at the
shit right in
same
our
time,
face
going back to
sometimes.
what I said, bro, think about if they notice a motherfucker every day at the casino walking out $200,000, $300,000, then it's like, bro, you
You
putting
know
yourself
that's
in the
what you know
wrong
that happened
position,
to me,
bro.
right? Like I was going to the TD Bank every day, taking out 10,000 because I was putting $5,000 in the game, and I was hitting for like 7 days straight. So every day I would go and withdraw 10,000, and
And
they
they want
closed
to.
my account.
Yeah. They.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. They
Yep.
start. Yeah, yeah. You don't get that's drawing attention to yourself. So we don't want to be too rich. We just want to be well enough. You know what I mean, bro?
Exactly. It's like
And
Yeah. That's
use
how
this
I look
money
at
to
it
do
too.
other shit that where you don't get no eyeballs, bro.
Cause you too rich, then they starting to man. People starting to look at you,
they'll probably they'll take action.
watching
I
your
think.
bank account. Whoa, where's this person getting all this money from?
Yeah.
Man,
They say
41 to
you
32.
use this
Yeah,
money and fund it and tunnel it to other shit to get rich ways. They don't look at you, bro.
Yep.
the next. I'm telling you, man, 19 point. That's what I was gonna take that too. I was like, let me put a little $50 on a negative 18.5 point spread for the Pacers.
Bro, if they
You
win
know
by
that is a long
19, bro,
shot.
you the GOAT, bro.
I mean, that's a long shot if that happens. But they do
I,
have
I
a point
definitely think they're
differential.
gonna win though. But like I
I
told you
know they
earlier,
are.
they
They're
got
gonna.
everybody
Not only are they
thinking
winning
because
today, they're winning on Tuesday. Tuesday is over. It's over. Next season is over. On the
Yeah, it's over.
277th day of Reggie Miller's age, the 59 prime. The guy who's 59 years old right now.
oh yeah. But you
Yeah.
and also think about this. The final start on June 5th, Jim Irsay died at age 65, bro. The day Jim Irsay died, he wished them good luck like two
Yeah, I'm
hours
about to say you
before he
seen that
dead.
tweet that he. Yeah, you seen that
Come on,
tweet.
how is that your last tweet, man?
Yeah, and then the Pacers won that day.
But this is what I'm saying. He died at age 65. The final start on June 5th, 65, bro.
Right.
Good point. Good point.
Yep. Yep.
And Dick Barnett, born in Indiana,
Played for New York.
played for the Knicks. Let me see. So the finals, yeah, the finals is 39 days after his birthday. I mean, after his death date. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to hop off, but one more thing I want to point out, like even last night, like yesterday was 144 days until George Floyd's next birthday, and of course Minnesota win the game. You know what I mean? Like
It was say that one more time.
it was 143 days. It was like 144 days until George Floyd's next birthday, and they win on the 144th day of the year in Minnesota.
And you know what? That was a huge number with the George
Oh,
Floyd stuff, man.
ain't that the Jesuit order number 144?
Yeah, Judge Order 144. Yep.
But
Dang.
I'm about to hop off. I'm gonna keep watching y'all, but I'll catch y'all next time, bro.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Man,
What's
that's
going on, Vince?
What's going on? I just signed in and just saw you guys.
Knicks getting destroyed, man.
Hey, I was gonna say, you know how you guys were talking about the 3 6s for Jordan?
Yeah.
You gotta look. You gotta look up. You probably already know. You gotta look up the that picture of the 1988 slam dunk where he's flying in the air. Look at the clock in the background.
Is it this one?
Yeah, well, the one where he's no, not that one. The other one.
This one.
Yeah, that one. Look at the clock.
This one doesn't have a clock.
Should be right there on the side.
I think this one is good.
Is that the one?
No, that
I
one
see
seems.
145.97. I
no,
don't
not
see a
that one.
clock. I don't see no clock.
No, there's one where he's flying in the air. That's the famous.
Oh yeah, the 351.
Yeah, 351, 36.
Mm,
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
see
mean?
that. Yeah,
36.
36.
You know what I mean?
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they already have all this stuff planned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there might be something deeper with that number though, because I remember what they did in the World Series with the 837, and then see that number connects to Major League Baseball. It connects to Joe Biden. See, there's always more with that number.
Right. It's
That's
crazy
crazy.
though. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it.
Well, it's always rehearsed,
It's
man.
crazy. I think they're bred into it. Like they maybe like when Jordan. I think all that like that movie about Air Jordan and the shoes and stuff. I think a lot of that is fake. I think they're like I think they're bred into it. You
No,
know.
yeah, there's certain players that are definitely born into it, like people like LeBron, Kobe Bryant. But
Hmm.
I think the players who are not born into it, they're put through sacrifices. I think
Right.
they're all put through sacrifices though. But I think that's what I think the people born into it have longer careers and they become the superstars,
Right. Right.
Right.
like Tom Brady and Jordan. Those are the superstars, the ones that's born and bred.
Well, like you guys know about Tom Brady, right? Uh, you know how Tom Brady's dad is he has a business in like investments, and he works out of San Francisco, Boston, and New York, and I forgot where the other place is. But him and what's that? Roger Goodell's dad. Roger Goodell's dad used to be um, I heard he was a senator or some type of assemblyman in New York. And Roger Goodell's dad and Tom Brady's dad were buddies. And and then when Roger Goodell became commissioner, somehow they're speculating that Tom Brady got involved. You know, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that would make sense because Roger
And
Goodell ain't gonna be the commissioner if he ain't nobody.
right, and then if you go on Google and you say where does like if you type in the residence of Tom Brady's dad, they're gonna give you a little house in San Mateo. Come on, bro. That dude's like worth billions. He don't live in no house in San Mateo. It's the house. It's the house, and that house is probably like a little museum, but he doesn't live there. But they do show a photo of him of the dad sitting down like in the front porch. You know,
Oh,
it's
Speaking
all
of Tom Brady, he was at the Indianapolis 500 today at the race.
wow.
Supposedly he got booed by the fans. He was 201 years old. The donation was 201 years old when he was born. So there's no doubt he was born into this stuff, man. Just like how
Yeah,
LeBron was born 201 days after the NBA Finals in 1984.
they're all born in. I think like Curry, everybody.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah, most of them.
That's what's crazy.
hmm.
I do
Yep.
think they pick out, the fillers.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot of fillers in the NBA, but those players don't end up being stars, I think.
yeah. They just
Right,
role players pretty much
Yeah.
right, right.
because they gotta fill. They gotta fill up the league.
To fill up the league, make it seem like, oh, look, this person came from the Bronx, they came from Brooklyn,
Right.
he followed his dream, and then
Where they're gonna on this game where they're gonna get everybody is they're gonna start putting the Knicks like they're gonna start like they're making a comeback. They might even like pass the score.
I hope they take the lead because I'm gonna take Pacers money line live.
Yeah, so they're gonna the Knicks. Well, the Knicks, they're gonna get everybody's money from the Knicks. They're like the
I
Knicks
think I
making a
think
comeback.
it's over, man. Let me see what the spread is. The spread should be like at 6 right now. It's still at 3.5. That's not even a bad line yet. -190 money line.
Yeah, that's
I
not.
don't know, man. I don't think this is gonna be a tight game, man. I think it might be a double digit win, man. Because they gotta make it seem realistic when they sweep them. Like this team was just way more dominant than the Knicks. That's why they can't win a game.
Right.
Down 14 with like a minute left, and they blow the lead, and people think this stuff is real. Like you can literally just hold the ball, and the other team won't even be able to shoot. Like,
Yo, it's crazy because remember,
because you get 24 seconds, so that's 3 possessions. All you have to do is just hold the ball at the time expire. You
right?
can't win with 3. You can't score 14 points in 3 possessions. So how do you lose that a 14-point lead in less than a minute?
Yeah, you talking about game 1, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy because like I was writing you on Instagram. I was in the skating ring. I went skating, didn't even skate. I was watching the game, and I'm telling everybody to watch. I'm like, yo, Pacers gonna win this game, guaranteed. They're gonna win a game.
Yeah. Nah. Once it went to overtime, I knew it. I was like, they're gonna win.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. Because you even told me, you was like, yeah, Pacers gonna handle it. They gonna take care of business in overtime, and I was happy as hell. I'm like, cash me out.
Yeah, 37-42. I'm trying to see what would be an appropriate final halftime score. 6 minutes. 61 points for the Pacers. I don't know. Because New York Knicks equals 61. Oh, look at that. The Knicks, yeah, they just took 8 points away. Yeah, Brunson got 11 points, number 11. Plays for the 11th state.
That's crazy. All them people is the Knicks going to the finals?
Nah. That's why the knowledge is so important, man. That's why it is better to know than not to know, because you don't make fan mistakes.
Exactly.
All these fans are probably waiting on, they're gonna come back, they're gonna tie the series. Watch this, watch. I know my nigga, I trust my Knicks.
Right. It's over.
You guys gotta wake up, man. This shit is a fairy tale.
Yeah, it's great. I can't even watch sports like that no more. Don't get me wrong, I probably turn it on every now and then, but it's like,
You know, it's funny that they might do something to that city, Indiana, like what we see every year.
right before they make it to the actual finals.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they advance on Tuesday, that's like a whole week before the finals.
Something might happen in between.
Oh, that's actually 10 days. Yeah, so in those 10 days.
Yeah, we see something happen in them 10 days.
That's the other dangerous part about this shit. When your city is winning, like remember we saw what happened in Philadelphia in the middle of at 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday night.
Yep.
Playing in the middle of the city. And that stuff is not fake. I mean, you heard it from
I heard it from my house, man. So that's why I'm like, it's crazy.
People think that shit is fake. Like these people are real terrorists, man.
Yeah. Like people actually died.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So we definitely see if something happened, even if something happened in OKC or Minnesota, you know. But I think OKC had those championship numbers, so they should be there.
The thing about OKC is that are they gonna let the MVP also win the championship?
You know what? That's another thing I was thinking about too, though. That's another thing I was thinking about because did that ever happen? I don't think Jokic won it when he won.
No, I think players like LeBron, Jordan, those players got the MVP.
As of recent, though.
I don't remember.
They didn't name the MVP until after that Thunder Nuggets series is over.
Maybe Giannis also.
And when they won it in 21, I think.
Yeah, 2021 NBA MVP. Oh no, they gave it to Jokic that year.
So hey, you know what? It could be.
Now, I think Indiana has the best chances of winning the championship, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It could be Indiana. Vegas can still be taking people money because if it's Indiana, OKC, whoever Indiana go against, they'll probably make them the other team their favorite. Like, especially if it's OKC or Minnesota, they'll probably think.
Yeah, but this is what I was showing people in the beginning of the stream.
34-26.
This is the sweep narrative right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that's a sweep.
Yeah, that's a sweep. That's a sweep
That's a
narrative right
sweep.
there.
And then
The
with
Pacers will be
what you call
26 and 34.
the other guy just
Conference
brought out,
finals.
yeah. With the 84 and 48, yeah, I like that actually too. So
Yeah, especially with the 84 and 48. Yep.
Yeah, that's a sweep right there.
So, but yeah, they'll probably be big favorites on Tuesday though.
Yeah, they most likely will, and they at home too. Just like they was favorites today. Even though Knicks need a win, Pacers still was the favorite. So
think about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see what they did, right? They made it a 1-point spread to make it seem like the Knicks had a chance.
Right. Yeah. So people could slam on the
yeah,
Knicks.
people could slam on Knicks put the points.
Yep.
No, Knicks is gonna get blown out. Look, they down by 13.
Yep.
And they'll probably lose this game by 19 to even
if
out
they
the
lose by 19, man.
They're down by 15 right now.
It's very possible.
They might lose the quarter by. They might in the first half they'll tie the point differential in the first half.
It's crazy. Damn, 19. Yeah, they done. They is done.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over in the first half.
It's over, yeah. And it's over Tuesday.
So now the spread should be 6. Now it's at 9.5. You see, that made more sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
See? They pushed it up to 9.5. Yeah. Yep, there it is. 10.5.
Yeah, that's it.
11.5. You see, it's growing.
It's growing, yeah.
Wow.
12.5. Yo.
Damn.
We're trying to get people to bet on the Knicks, but that's not
right.
a smart move.
They might be.
Oh, they're down by 18 right now.
Yeah.
See, that's what it is. They are 1 point away from evening up the point differential. Oh, look, now they're up by 20. So now they're up. They +2 on the point differential. A 20-point lead at the half.
That's crazy. Damn, what you got
another correct prediction. You see, that's why I get upset at all my haters and trolls. Like, they never show up on things like this. Like, why they don't join the stream today and talk shit about Gematria and talk shit about how we don't get stuff right and all that stuff. These people never show up, man.
Right.
They always around. We're like, oh, I thought you said the Celtics, blah blah blah. Yeah, but we get way more stuff correct than we get stuff wrong, man. Like,
that's because they still really be like fans and stuff, and they just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's at 14.5 point spread. Look at that. And I think they're gonna cover that, to be honest with you.
Yes.
You know what's funny, man? I don't know why I didn't do it. I was gonna take the Pacers minus 18.5. I think I said that in the beginning of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. Because that shit was like at plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have cracked them. Can't win them all though.
Yeah, you guys are right when you guys said that the fans are blowing big money on this game for the seats. I wonder how much the front row seats on the
not at the Pacers though. At the Pacers, it's not that much. It's the Garden that has the high prices.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the Garden. You gotta pay. I think the minimum is like $1,200 to sit all the way at the bleachers.
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
I mean,
people maxing out their credit cards to go see a rigged basketball game and to see their team lose in an unbelievable comeback at the end.
Right.
What a way to mock them.
Yep.
Give us your money while we make fun of you. That's basically what it comes down to.
Crazy.
They're making big money.
Yep. Laughing their way to the bank. And we over here, we're trying to wake people up, and these videos are getting no views. Nobody's even, the majority of the world don't even know about this knowledge, even though we come on here every day and point out the same shit all over and over and again.
Right.
Nobody seems to notice any of it, man. They won. They are winning. Right now it's an 18-point game. Man. And we're making these predictions before it even happens. Like these people, that's why these people are a joke, yo. All these people that come on here talk shit. Look, they're about to go up by 19. Look, they're about to make another free throw, 56-37.
It's over.
There it is.
Like you said,
19
Pacers they gonna be heavy favorites Tuesday. So
you already got the line open for game 4?
let me see.
You got the line open already?
No. I was saying like you said because you were saying like they're gonna be like heavy favorites Tuesday. But yeah, that's why I was just agreeing. I don't think they had the lines open for it yet though. No, I don't see that. They got the T-Wolves, the underdogs tomorrow. Let's see what they got the NBA final numbers. They got Thunder heavy favorite to win the final. $19-point lead.
It's unbelievable, man. Yeah, they might go into the half with a 19-point lead, man, just like we thought. But I think that might be the end, the final score as well. Right now, the point differential is even.
The point difference is even right now?
Yeah, because the Knicks came into this game plus 19.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, you got to look into that for tomorrow game.
I heard that, yeah.
Okay, so somebody pointed out how Otani picked up his 33rd home run on Sunday against the 33 team. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I try to tell people we had the locks, man. People didn't want to trust the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Angelo writing out like, oh man, I should have took your pick. I'm like, I don't know what y'all second guessing, man. This stuff is right there. I'm not just guessing. I'm showing you the reasons why we picking these teams. Pacers become 26-34 in the conference finals, man. Indiana 34, Pacers 26.
You said the Knicks equal what, 61 or 65?
New York Knicks equals 61.
Man,
So if the Pacers go to the half, they might have 61 points. I mean, when they go to the half.
That's why I was
yeah,
saying.
they're getting close to that 61.
Yeah, they might have 61 points. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 61.
Oh, are they gonna do the 42-59 stuff?
See, I was thinking of 59 at first too, but I didn't know what the 59 was connected to.
Oh my gosh! Let's see if the Pacers get fouled.
They got 50.
Let's see if the Pacers get fouled and shoot a free throw and make it 42-60, like the N word. Oh shit! Ritual shaming, man. I don't know how many times we pointed this pattern out. The 42-59.
40, yeah.
Offensive rebound. Let's see what happens. Let's see a foul by the Knicks. Let's see the Knicks foul the Pacers and go to the free throw line and make it 42-59. Oh. Might not. It might not happen. Man, what a blowout. Of course, they gave us a 1-point spread, man, to make it seem like the Knicks had a chance.
Yep.
Time 4-7.
Okay, so 45-58. Yeah, those numbers don't really ring a bell to me. And I know the Pope has a 58 connection, but how much points is that combined? 45 plus 58. You got 103 points. So now the Knicks are plus 6 point differential. All right. Yeah. So anybody else wants to join the stream? The link is in the chat for those of you asking. Pascal Siakam, yeah, he did win the championship with the. Speaking of the Raptors, right? Pascal Siakam, he won the championship with Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Did y'all take the Knicks? No, Lorenzo. Watch the beginning of the stream.
No.
We did not take the Knicks. Why would we take the Knicks?
Knicks been cooked.
The Knicks are going to eliminate it on Tuesday. Let me take a look at the box score. So yeah, Jalen Brunson, number 11, finished with 11 points. And the Pacers, they just been playing an all around team. Everybody that played scored.
Yeah.
Miles Turner with 9 points. Tyrese Halliburton with 9 points. Let's look at the team stats. Had the Pacers, they shot 39 shots. Of course they did. And the Knicks shot 42 when NYC is 39 and 42. Yeah, man, all this stuff is scripted, man. The largest lead was 20 points.
Yeah, it's crazy how these numbers are all over the place, man.
Yeah. It's crazy how precise this stuff is, too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, it says here, ever since Caitlin came down to the Pacers are having success. Exactly. If you took the Knicks, you're sorry as hell. Exactly. I see an NBA commercial where they had Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards in the beginning and at the end of the commercial. Really? What commercial is that? I would like to see it.
What
Because I did see the narrative for the Timberwolves. I'm not too sure about the Western Conference. Because it's not like how you see how what I have on the screen here about this, the Indiana Pacers conference finals record. Like, if I would have found something like this for the Western Conference, we would have nailed who's going for the Western Conference. But that series is tight. Like, there's a narrative for both sides, and like I said, there's been a lot of players from the Supersonics that have died, so that's why I'm not too sure on who's gonna go from the West. But the Timberwolves, I'm not counting them out though. Something I saw that the Pacers were founded 58 years ago on June 16th, and Game 5 of the finals is on June 16th, which is the 59th anniversary, huh? That's interesting. Pacers have the best record this whole playoffs. What you going on, bro? What you going on? I don't know what this guy's talking about.
I think he's talking about somebody else in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. We did not have the Knicks. For those of you saying that we had the Knicks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, you gotta watch the beginning of the stream.
These two numbers right here is just this is it right here.
That's it, yeah. The script is
that's it. That's
I saw this shit when they came into this 22 and 34. I'm like, are they gonna 4-0 the Knicks? But I what I did was I played it safe. I said, just in case they go somewhere else with it.
Yeah, because
the first two games I took the Pacers with the points. I said, why not? They're being offered 5 points.
Right.
Why not take them with the points? I should have took the money line, like you said.
Yeah, I took a money line because that 4.5. When that 4.5, I see that 4.5. That's a lot of times I see the underdog win. Not all the time, but
Yeah, exactly. I'm not watching the game. So what did you guys? Are you guys seeing the game?
yeah, I got the
Nah, not
game on
me.
now.
You guys didn't notice anything?
Not really. It just to me it just seemed like the Knicks not even playing hard. Just like I said, like they already knew the script. Like yeah, we here to get swept. Like you know.
This is really like the elimination game for them
Yeah,
because no team has ever come back 3-0.
right. And then like you said, they teased us with that 1.5 line and make it
Yeah,
seem
to make
like
it seem like they have a chance. Yeah.
yeah,
So even if you take Knicks +5, you still lose your bet.
right,
These people are very, very, very ahead of the game, man. These people are smart. But one thing they can't change is the records, man, and the gematria, man.
right.
Because this is 60 games right here. Oh, you know what's funny? Indiana Pacers equals 60, right? So their
Mm-hmm.
first 60 conference finals games, they are 26-34. Wow, look at that.
That's crazy.
They're about to play their 60th conference finals game on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Yeah, that's it right there.
That's it right there.
They winning. This is sweet.
For those of you who are saying that, oh, why we not millionaires? Go put $1 million on the Pacers on Tuesday. Then you'll
Right.
know. Don't blame us for not being millionaires. We're giving you the results.
Exactly.
I'm a little surprised with Edmonton, man. Let's talk about a little bit of hockey because I actually had the Dallas Stars coming out of this conference.
Yeah,
Man.
I actually liked the Dollar Stars too. What's that series? Oh, Edmund up 2-1 now.
Yeah, they won today. They won today 6-1. Because
Dang.
they usually don't let Canada even. Are they gonna have a rematch? Isn't that a rematch from last year? Florida versus Edmonton.
It might be.
Yeah, that's what they might do. They might have a rematch from last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh, so
Yeah.
Edmonton might win it then.
Oh
Stop
yeah,
that
this might be like
three-peat.
the
Like the Eagles and
the
Chiefs.
revenge game.
Remember Brady said this
Oh,
the
that's
year
what
of
they're
revenge.
doing.
This
They're having
the
the
year of
same two
revenge.
teams from last year, man.
Yeah, that
So
yeah.
remember, Edmonton was down 0-3 and almost came back and won that series. They
Yeah.
lost game 7. Now this year they might. Yeah, that's what they might do. They might have a
Yeah,
rematch.
so if Edmonton beat Dollars, then yeah, you might have to start thinking Edmonton.
Yeah, because Florida's gonna win that series. I think they're up 3-0.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Florida gonna beat Carolina. They up three
Yeah,
nothing.
they're up 3-0.
Yeah, yeah.
So now are they gonna have a rematch from last season?
That's what I'm
And
saying.
if
If
that's
if
the case, that means Canada's gonna win their first
the
Stanley
first,
Cup.
yeah, and they've been talking up. That's all they've been talking about. No, the Canada teams is not winning, and
Why
then
not let Edmonton after what they did last year with them?
with the Panthers going for a potential three-peat. You know what they doing with the three-peat now?
Oh, that's a good one. The Florida going for the 3P?
Yeah, I think Florida won the last two.
yeah.
No, it was Vegas. Vegas won in 23.
Oh no,
Oh,
no, yeah,
okay.
you're
Oh, they
right.
going for
Vegas.
so they're going for back to okay, right. They're going
They're
for
going for
back to
back to
back,
back though. Yeah,
back to back. All right,
back to
all
back.
right. So that make it kind of crazy. Cause I thought Florida won 2 straight. Man, could they do back to back against Edmonton?
That'll be something. That'll be something. I remember last year it was synced up with the owner, not the owner, the head coach of the Panthers. I know. I think Canada gets 24, and then a year 24 they let the Canadian coach win it.
Didn't
Yeah, that might be it, man. I think Oilers are gonna win it. They're gonna get the rematch. Yeah, you know what?
and didn't Wayne Gretzky play for the Edmonton and his record got beat past this year for the all time goals?
Nah, I haven't been keeping track with the hockey stuff, but
Yeah, his record for the all-time goals got passed this year.
82. They need 86 to win it, 75 to lose. Actually, we could probably do a live deco right now.
Yeah, wasn't Gretzky a rookie with Edmonton?
Yeah, I know he play. I know he played for him,
Yeah,
and I know his record got beat. And that record been standing for what, at least like 30 some years or something, maybe more.
damn.
Okay, you know what? Wow. If Florida loses, actually no, that doesn't make sense. No, never mind. It'll be 72. I think. Wow, that's going to be a tough series because there's a narrative for Florida to go back to back.
So are the Pacers connected to anything of 126?
The Pacers.
126?
I gotta look. I don't. I'm not sure. Not in the base ciphers. It might be in a different cipher.
So they're not connected to no 126.
No, but I do remember that number being significant enough.
Yeah, because it started having me like I started looking into Wayne Gretzky was born on 126. He
Yeah,
played
I
for
remember. I remember he Kobe died on his birthday or something like that.
right,
And I
and
think
he
they
played
had a,
for
photo, a popular photo together. I think
a hockey
Kobe
team
wearing
called
the
the
Edmonton Oilers
Indianapolis
jersey.
Racers.
I don't know if you've seen the Kobe Bryant jersey. He's wearing the Wayne Gretzky jersey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then he dies. He
And
dies
he
on his
died on his
birthday.
birthday, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't see the 126 with 90 of those scenes. But the Edmonton head coach, he has 24. He needs two more to make it to the Stanley Cup. So that means to win the Stanley, he needs 30 wins. And the Edmonton Oilers do not have a 30 connection. That's why I like the Dallas. That's why I was saying I was thinking Dallas because Dallas they have a connection to 30 because Dallas is 113 and 30th prime.
Right.
Dallas Stars is
Oh, they
126.
got the 126.
There's your 126. Yeah, but it's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna take that one game at a time. Let me see Edmonton. Let me see Panthers versus Oilers all time record, including postseason.
That's crazy. I don't know why I was thinking Florida won back to back.
Panthers record this season, including postseason. They have 58. That means they'll go with 59.
59.
They'll need to get 63 wins to win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that might be what they do though. They might have the Oilers go against the Panthers for the rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they giving us a rematch from last year. I overlooked that for some reason.
It's crazy because, like I said, I thought Panthers won back. I thought they already won two. I didn't even know Edmonton was in the damn Stanley Cup last year.
Yeah, they had the big 3-0 lead, and then Edmonton won three in a row.
Oh
And in
yeah,
Game 7, the Panthers won,
I remember that
and
now.
the coach picked up his 70th postseason win because Edmonton Oilers equals 70. Yeah, we nailed that one last year.
Yeah, it might be a rematch of that. Well, I don't know. Like you said, it's kind of hard because that Edmonton series can be. But I don't know. The Edmonton smoked them.
Yeah, they won 6-1
The only
today.
thing, yeah, the only thing is that Panthers went in 23, lost, and then went back in 24, of course, and won. So that's like a back-to-back too, as well.
Right. Did they win in 22?
Um,
I don't, I
I
don't know
doubt it.
about
I
that one.
doubt it.
Who won in 22?
2022 Stanley Cup. Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
Colorado.
Colorado.
Well, I'm thinking. I know somebody. Who won it? It might have been Tampa Bay that won the three-peat. Somebody won a three-peat.
Yeah, it was no, it was what's the other Florida team?
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, the Lightning. They won back to back, and I remember the day that they won, there was a thunderstorm, and they picked up the 52nd win of the season when Florida was 52.
Okay.
Yeah, they won in 2020 and in 2021. Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay. All right, right. So they stopped the three-peat for the 2022 season.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if
2022.
Florida do win this year, then
Yeah.
yeah, it might,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
might
yeah, Florida could go back.
and win
That'll be
it.
a three-peat. Well, that'll be a three-peat in in the cup, but they don't have to win. You know what I mean? But it will fulfill the three-peat.
As far as them getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh, what was the matchup in 2023?
It was
Vegas.
Vegas, wasn't it? And Panthers.
So yeah, this is the third straight Stanley Cup for them though.
Oh, so that's why I
Yeah,
kept thinking it was a
yeah,
three-peat.
That's yeah, because they lost the first year to
Right.
Vegas, then the
right.
next year they won, and
All
then this
right.
year they're going back. So
So
this will be
I'm
their
like,
third
I knew they
straight
was in
Stanley
three.
Cup.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
That's
why I had it
why.
messed up. That's why you
That's why
kept
when you
saying
look at
Vince. Yeah.
that's why when you look at back to back and it says 24, and Florida went back, but they
In
won this
20.
time. You know what I mean?
Right. They
In
won it in
24.
24. Right. Yeah. Because
Right.
back to back.
Three straight Stanley Cups for Florida. Wow.
That's
Yeah, I
why
knew it was something.
if you look at in 23 for the NFL, it was the Chiefs. Then 24 it was the Chiefs, and in back to back. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they about to sweep tomorrow on Memorial Day.
Yeah. 'Cause
Tomorrow they're going for the sweep.
I think that's over too.
All right, so the third quarter just started. Let's see if the Knicks have some air in them. Yeah, that's a good point. I think, yeah, you know what? I think, man, so. What do you guys think? You guys think Florida goes back to back, or the Oilers coming up and again get their revenge?
Remember Tom Brady said this the year of revenge.
Yeah, because the Eagles got revenge.
Yeah, the Eagles got revenge. He was saying he loved Hurts in the commercial. You know what I mean? People might be slamming the Panthers to win it again for the back-to-back.
Exactly, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But what would be the significance of letting Canada win in the year 25? That's the piece I'm trying to figure out.
That's what we got to figure out.
Because how long has it been since Canada has won?
Shoot, man. I probably was a little kid, and I'm 57.
When was the last time Canada won the Stanley Cup? 1993 by the Montreal Canadiens. Wow.
Yeah, you guys weren't
In a
even born yet.
while.
No, I was born, but I was only 5. So
Yeah, I just turned 6 years old, man.
yeah, I was 5.
So it's been that long.
93, I was cruising.
That's crazy.
He was in your prime.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I still am in my prime.
1993.
Like, shoot, I graduated high school in 86.
Yeah, I wasn't born then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been 30. So the 32nd year. Oh wow, 32. So is it
So
NHL?
back then I
NHL is
was
34.
back then I was believing in Michael Jordan.
Right.
Oh
Oh, look at
man.
that. Hockey has that gematria of 31.
Okay, 23, 67.
Hmm.
5.
The 31-year drought can end for
This
Yeah.
Canada.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, man. The 31-year when the hockey equals 31. What does Stanley Cup equal? Stanley Cup.
Stanley is 24. And
Isn't it funny how Stanley Cup is 93? Stanley is 93. The last championship of Canada was in 93.
yeah.
Yeah, it would have been perfect for them to win last year because Stanley is 24, just like NHL. Oh no, what is it that's 24? I think it's Canada's 24. That's what it is. Yeah, hockey's 31-year drought. What movies came out in 93? I think Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they call it though. They call I think Montreal's called Jurassic Park.
Are they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let me see. Is Montreal referred to as Jurassic Park? It says no. It's not referred. It's not officially referred to as Jurassic Park, while a section of Peel Street in Montreal was temporarily dubbed Jurassic Peel or Jurassic Park. Yeah, because I remember during the when the Raptors was in the finals, they was saying that they was referring to that area as Jurassic Park. And look, I think that term was coined around that time, around the NBA playoffs, NBA finals. Because Raptors, right? Dinosaurs.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe, but it's not an official term though.
I'm trying to think. When the last time Edmonton won the Stanley Cup? 1990. Is that 35?
Somebody says that Minneapolis won their last championship in 1954 before relocating to LA. It has been 71 years since their last championship.
Did Pacers ever win one? I don't think Pacers ever won.
I don't even think the Pacers
Yeah.
ever had a championship.
Yeah.
Oh no, they've won three.
Oh, they
But
did?
no, that was all in the ABA. I think
ABA.
no NBA championships. This might be the first one for Indianapolis. Right after they sacrifice Ersay, Jim Irsay, dead at 65. Like out of finals is on 6'5".
That's crazy. Yeah, so that's how you know Pacers for sure was gonna be there. Right, he said that right at he died the first game one.
Yeah, he died the day of the comeback, the day of the miraculous comeback.
Hey, do you think they've ever sacrificed anybody and never won anything? Any team?
Of course, the what was that team that had a bunch of the Mets
The
last
Mets,
year?
yeah.
The Mets they sacrificed a bunch of players from the Miracle Mets, didn't win it.
Right.
Um,
I think
there's
the
been a
only
lot of
way
them.
they'll I think the only way they'll do a change like that is like if they see how the money's betting. You know what I mean? They'll
Yeah,
bet
like
on
if they see that, you think I'm always like on the fence about that because I'm like,
Pacers on that
if the
championship
money really
number.
mattered, I don't know if the money matters, man.
you think?
Because why would they let the Eagles win the Super Bowl when it was like 90% of the bettors was on the Eagles?
Right.
Now I don't. Do you believe that though? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think that's like kind of like BS just to get you
Oh,
to.
you think they're just reporting that as 90% of the bettors, but it's not really that?
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
know what I
it could
mean?
be that too.
Yeah,
You
that could be true.
Look
'Cause
what the Pacers.
how
Look what
will
the
we
Pacers
won't be able to
score.
really verify that anyway.
because you won't be able to. But I mean, like they get everybody to, they show everybody it's 90% on Eagles, and then you get those people that say, "Oh man, I think the Chiefs are gonna win." They start betting heavy on the Chiefs, and then look what happened. They lost anyway. But nobody really won anyway because maybe it's actually the opposite. Everybody bet on the Chiefs because they're pushing that three-peat narrative.
Look what the Pacers. Look at their score in the timeout. They got the championship number.
Yeah,
52, like Minnesota.
Oh damn! 52.
Anthony Edwards in the NBA Finals versus Halliburton is going to be an exciting series. I'm going
Yeah,
to tell
that
you
will
that.
be exciting.
Somebody asked if this is a tribute to Reggie Miller. Yeah, of course it is. Of
He
course.
calling every game too.
Yep. Yep. They're doing the choke sign right in front of Reggie Miller. You got to ask yourself, what are the odds of that?
On top of when Jason Tatum told the Knicks they better not choke. Like
They better not choke, man. That's what I'm saying. These riddles be right in our face, man.
yeah.
He said, don't choke. And then the first thing they do game one of the Eastern Conference Finals is choke. Up by 14, 1 minute left.
Yep. That's when I knew that's it. Knicks ain't going to the finals.
Don't choke. And he said it so blatantly to the camera, like,
Yeah.
and then he winked.
Yo,
Yo,
that's crazy. Like, he really did say that. Like, how do and like like we were talking about earlier, like they had to make Tatum get injured because like they know there's no way.
They know the Knicks was not gonna beat them with him on the lineup.
Right. So they had to make it seem like Tatum out, the Knicks they're gonna beat the they're gonna beat the Celtics.
Yeah, you see, Momo says that they care more about the ritual than the money. I actually agree with that. Cause if it was about the money, man, even though it might not be true about what they reported about the Eagles, most of the people I asked who they have for the Super Bowl was saying Philadelphia though. Like there was a lot of fans on Philadelphia though.
Right.
It was just strictly the community that was really on the 666.
It was really right. It was really the community.
Because I'm like, man, why would this guy go on stage and just give it out like that? Nah, no way.
Yeah, Andy Reid picks up 301 win.
Yo.
And then, like, if you notice, they start like that 666 stuff. They start putting it out like on social media and stuff.
Exactly. All the big platforms started
we start posting it, and I'm like, oh yeah, the Chiefs is done. They're not going to allow that.
And what do you know about Anthony Edwards? He supposedly paid big money to his baby mama.
I did not hear about that. What happened with him?
Yeah, because I guess she wanted to get him on child support, so he just said, "I'm just going to give you one lump sum." But she's not fighting for like if he makes a different contract, he can get more money.
She want more money, yeah.
Right? But I don't know what that number was though. They made.
I didn't see that number either.
Yeah, it was like in the millions,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they crazy, man. They go get these girls pregnant and don't even be with them, and I guess they feel like, well, I can't really control all my money anyway, so
yeah. It's like they know, but you know what I mean? They know, but they want to go party, you know what I mean? I mean, with that kind of money, who doesn't want to party?
Yeah, they probably got every female throwing themselves at them.
It's crazy.
And for the most part, most men ain't gonna say no. So,
right.
I think a lot of these girls, if those relationships are real, a lot of these girls they're just looking for an opportunity to get rich.
For sure.
Oh
it was never about anything else.
And then I was telling somebody about how celebrities like they all just date each other. I think they really got to keep it all within that community. Where's though? Because it's like, well, if you know this celebrity dated that girl, why would I go date that girl?
Right.
Yeah. Wait, what was the halftime score again?
It was 58-45.
Oh, because I'm noticing that Reggie Miller was 44 and 58 all time against the Knicks. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh damn! So they what? They was 1 point off.
1.0, but nah, I was like, maybe that's what this is all about, but nah. Because it won't be off by 1 point. It'll be exactly that when it's a tribute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I think Reggie Miller's a big part of this, man. I don't know if he has a connection to Minnesota though, man. He was born in California. Like I'm trying to find out what's the connection with Reggie and
I think he played
the
for
two teams in
Pacers
the
his
West.
career.
And you know what's funny, right? So right after game one, he has an interview with Tyrese Halliburton about the choke. When have you ever seen that? In the middle
Right.
of the playoffs, these players are interviewing.
What if they had that interview way before that?
Yeah, it'll be either before or way after the NBA Finals is over, right? Like during the playoffs, they're having interviews. Like,
no, I'm saying, what if this interview already happened before that game even happened?
oh shit, that would even be worse. I won't even doubt it, man. The only narrative I see for the Knicks is if they win on Tuesday, the series will be 3-1 to pay tribute to Reggie. But I think it's, and you know what's funny about that phrase, don't choke? It equals 40. Like how the series can end 4-0.
Wow.
So I think that's what that was all about. Mathematics equals 40.
And Reggie Miller was born in 65, just like the finals start date.
Let me see here. Born in 65, he's 59 years old. He went to UCLA. That's why I'm saying I don't see a Minnesota connection with this guy, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, he only played for the Pacers. He ain't never played for nobody else, I don't think.
He's supposed to be 2.01 meters tall. It's funny. I don't know how you can. I don't know if you can how you can script that, but
right.
maybe they just report that. Because I know for a long time they used to say that Iverson was 6 foot something.
Right.
But then in the interview he supposedly said that he was 5'10".
So Knicks are 59 and Indiana is 72 right now.
74, 59. They're about 15. Obi Toppin just made a shot. Oh, he went to Cali, UCLA. Maybe the Minnesota connections with Jim Irsay.
Yeah, where he from?
NFL owners gathered in Minnesota. News breaks. Look at that. That's funny.
What's up with that?
Well, yeah. What is that about, right? Why would they be in Minnesota?
Yeah, why Minnesota of all places? If I gather in Minnesota.
News breaks. The coach Jim Irsay has died.
Yeah, why would he? Yeah, why
News
would
of
he?
his death broke Wednesday as NFL owners gathered in Eagan, Minnesota for the league's annual owners meeting. Look at that.
That's
So
crazy.
the owners meeting was in Minnesota the day that he died.
Oh no, Minnesota might have some legs then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was saying that, man. Minnesota has some legs, man, but
yeah, because that's crazy.
this is a big piece right here.
Yeah, that is.
So let me see. NFL owners meeting in Minnesota. Yeah, it was from May 20th to May 22nd. This is their spring league meetings in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Wow. You might have an Indiana versus Minnesota NBA Finals, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be linked up with Jim Irsay.
Yeah,
Died
that's
at
crazy.
65. And you seen how I noticed at that meeting too, the Packers was the main team wanted to stop the Eagles from doing a tush push, and the votes was 22-10. And you know the Eagles beat the Packers this year 22-10 in the playoffs.
Wow.
I was like, yo, this is just crazy.
Yeah, that's funny though. This Minnesota stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know. I
might.
don't think people saw that coming though.
I don't know.
Anthony
You might have
Edwards
made
in the
it.
finals.
You might have made a connection right there because I don't think nobody else pointed that out.
Yeah, the NFL owners meeting in Minneapolis the day that Jim Irsay passed away.
And what was game one? The 20th?
It was on the 21st, the day of his
20.
death.
Oh, all right. Right. Yeah.
He died the same day that they was having the meeting in
Right.
Minneapolis.
Damn.
I had a feeling 'cause I'm like they usually bring all the rituals together. Like they'll have the connection between the two teams that's in there. Like it won't
Right.
just be two random teams playing against each other in the championship.
Right. Maybe OKC could be bait, like they baited us with Boston.
Yeah, yeah. They make them look real dominant the first two games, and then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, that
they
would
won
be
by
some.
42 points. I mean, that's a big spread, man.
Yeah. And I think, let me see. I think they actually underdogs right now too for game 4. I think OKC the favorite.
Tush
No.
push.
Yeah, I found that crazy that the Packers was the big team on trying to get that ban, and the vote ended 22-10, and then the Eagles beat them this year 22-10 in the playoffs. I'm like, yeah, Minnesota the underdogs for tomorrow.
Has
Yeah,
anybody
I
been?
agree. The sweep looks better because of I think what I pointed out about their conference record, though.
Has anybody been sacrificed from Minnesota?
That's a good point.
No, that's why Arthur was saying, like, remember, like, in between these days to the finals,
Yeah, something might happen.
something could happen.
Right. Because like I would think if nobody is sacrificed from Minnesota, that's
Well, yeah,
favorite.
Oliver Miller. Oliver Miller. Look at that. Paid for Minnesota.
Died at 54. I remember
And his
him.
name is Miller.
Like Reggie Miller?
He died on 3/12,
312.
which is a reflection of 213, like NBA Finals. Man, that is crazy. I didn't even hear about this stuff, man. Yes. A lot of these rituals go unnoticed, man.
Right.
People of Raptors. Let me see. Let me take a look at Oliver Miller. Dead on March 12th. Oliver Miller. Out of 3/12. That 85 days before the finals.
And that's a
Basketball.
basketball number?
Yeah, basketball's 85.
Mm.
Let me see his stats. If he actually did play for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
So you remember
I
when
don't
I
think,
was saying one
I don't
time?
think he played in the NBA though. I don't think.
Remember when I was telling you one time that like if they go by based on patterns. If if you were to find out in the past
That was the last team he
NBA
played for.
finals, you were to find out in the past NBA finals any players that were sacrificed with the number 85. That's just an example. Then you might even find out how they win. You know what I mean? Who wins if it was 85? You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
like compared to past rituals, right?
Right. If they're all 85s, like somebody died, whoever died last year, or the year before, and let's say they were all pertaining to 85 on the ritual, then you will know who the winner is. That's what I mean by patterns.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But I mean, it's not just 85; it could be anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oliver. What is his middle name? Because he has a middle name. I just don't know what it is. It starts with a J. So his birthday is April 6th. So 60 days. Indiana Pacers equals 60. So the finals start 60 days after his birthday. Um,
Oliver Miller, Reggie Miller. His last team he played for was Minnesota.
he played his 48 games for them. He was the 22nd pick, basketball 22. $54 old, Jesuit order 54. Dead in Phoenix, Arizona. What was his cause of death? Cancer, the 44 word.
44.
And he died on 3/12. Yeah, this is possibly a bit synced up. And then I do find that interesting that his name is Miller. With all this Reggie Miller stuff that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just think before the finals, we'll get some more headlines. Just like how they did in the World Series. They gave the death of Fernando Valenzuela right before the World Series. So right
Oh yeah,
before
it's for sure gonna be some more storylines coming out.
Yeah, right before 6-5, they'll probably come out with some Minnesota news or
Yeah. It'll be
Minnesota
like a
airplane
day.
crash in Minnesota.
It'll be a day before the game.
Yeah, a day before, a week before, 2-3 days before.
Mm-hmm.
So they're keeping the spread at 13. What you guys think? Do you think that they pull away or they keep it close?
I mean, they can. Indiana definitely a team that got
They got the spread at 10.5 right now. Oh man, they're about 13.
I don't know. They might still try to make it close.
Nah, I think this is gonna be like a 20-point deficit, man. I'm really.
You think so?
Yeah.
They're
Making
gonna try
it
to get the Knicks under 10 so people can start slamming them.
We'll see if the Knicks start coming back all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's why I said they might try to get them to get under 10 real quick so people can start. Oh, let me put money on the Knicks real quick.
Yeah, you know.
That's the mind control with the live betting. You gotta be careful with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because
like these runs, they all to get in your
impulse, you know. They get you.
Yeah, they do those runs on purpose, man, to get into people's pockets.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't do that, especially like at the I already seen the numbers we needed to see, like knowing that the Pacers gonna win. That's why I said if it was the other way around, I wish right now the Pacers was down by this. I'd have been slamming the Pacers.
Yeah, you see, they're making it seem like the Knicks are hitting threes, so they're making it seem like
what they're gonna do is people gonna start live betting the Knicks, and Vegas just gonna be taking that money.
And in the fourth quarter, they start on a 10-0 run.
They're gonna start. Exactly, I was about to say that they're gonna pull away again.
Shit is a big scare, man. It's big.
That's how I said they're gonna get them. They're gonna make them get it under.
This stuff is so intelligent. Like, think about how they programmed these apps to know exactly what's going on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I highly doubt there's a person controlling that stuff. I think that's all computer generated.
Right.
So look at that. So now Indiana they missed, and now the Knicks are back. See if they score.
Yeah, they wanted to get it under 10 before the third quarter, so now people can start betting the Knicks live.
Right.
And then, like you said, Pacers might.
Let's see, three-pointers. See what I mean? Now it's 70-78.
Yes, there's an 8-point game. Yeah, right. But that's for the fourth quarter. People don't think that the Knicks are gonna come back, but
right. So
right now, all the Knicks fans are probably hyped up.
We'll see if Indy comes back with a score or not. See if they miss. Oh, what was that? A foul?
No, it's 80-70 right now.
Let me see what they got the line.
So it's 80-70 going into the fourth. They're keeping at that 10-point range.
Delay.
The Pacers is negative 850 now, 85.
Negative 850. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, people crazy if they're gonna bet that Knicks plus 500.
Yo, well, it was plus 500 for that 14-point lead, so you never know. But not when the numbers are going against.
Yeah, that's what I said. With them numbers that we done seen today, like I just don't see it.
Somebody wrote the Knicks been trash. The Knicks are not trash. The Knicks are just doing their jobs.
Yeah. And then we seen what? Then the Knicks they had 22 points or something like that. Tom Thibodeau getting that 22nd loss today.
Yeah, he'll be 22-22 in the postseason with the Knicks, and then on Tuesday he's gonna stay on 22, obviously. On Tuesday he'll pick up his 23rd, and then the Indiana will pick up the 26th conference championship win, man. We might have that score 24 to 34, 26 to 34 at one point in the game. Because that's what they like to do, too. Like how they did today. The score was 22 to 22.
What if that's the first quarter score?
Yeah, exactly. First quarter, 26 to 34. They might have the Knicks be up 34 to 26.
Right.
Make it seem like they're gonna fight back because Knicks equals 41, and they know a lot of people are gonna probably take them to win, to lose in 5. But no.
This stuff, that's crazy. The more you start learning this stuff, you can start seeing this stuff live.
Oh, somebody pointed out how Rick Carlisle won the championship as the Dallas head coach.
Yeah, he did. I think it was what, like 20?
Yeah, that was with Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah. Did they beat LeBron that year? I think they beat LeBron that
Yeah, that was out here. They beat the big 3.
year. Yeah.
That's when Dirk beat the Thunder, the Lakers, and the big 3 in Miami.
Yeah.
You telling me that's not scripted? How one player is gonna beat all those guys?
Right. Come on, man. Like how LeBron leave? He left Cleveland all them years. Then he go back, win him a championship, and then leave. Like, come on, man.
Oh, you know what somebody pointed out? Somebody sent me a DM earlier, like 2 days ago. So you know how they say Jim Ersay died from an overdose?
Uh-huh.
They sent me a news article that said that Jim Ersay was actually choking before he died.
Oh, snap.
The same day the Knicks choked to Indiana.
Right.
Just like
Man,
that commercial.
sick, so let me see if I can pull up that article because I don't know if I kept it. Let me see. Jim Ersay choked to death. Yeah, that's what they first said, that he died peacefully in his sleep. But the article that this guy sent me said reported that he overdosed.
Now they're saying it's unknown.
While the exact cause of death is unknown, Ersay had a history of significant health challenges, including struggles with addiction and severe respiratory issues. In December 2023, he was hospitalized after being found unresponsive, and a police report noted that it was a suspected overdose. However, Ersay later denied this, stating that the health scare was due to a leg injury requiring surgery. Okay, so they're not officially coming out saying that he overdosed, but look at this. Ersay was unconscious and with abnormal breathing. See?
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't breathe. Going back to George Floyd and the whole choking stuff.
Right.
In
They
Minnesota.
Switch up the headlines, like how they used to switch up celebrity ages when you called out their deaths and stuff.
Yeah, they do that all the time. When somebody dies, they switch up the date of birth and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not reporting an official cause of death, though. Yeah, but if he had problem breathing, I mean,
I still can't get over the fact that he was 65 in the final start on 6-5. And he
yeah, in
literally
his
was
last
like,
he was congratulating the
congratulating
Patriots.
Indiana before the game won.
Like, why would he congratulate the Colts and
Right,
well,
like
that's
the
because the
team that he
playoffs.
owned.
Yeah, like why the Pacers? Like, you don't have no connection to that team besides that it's in Indiana.
That's crazy. I don't know, that Minnesota thing got me. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking now If Minnesota win tomorrow,
Nah, yeah, they win tomorrow. They win in that series.
yeah. With that owners meeting in Minnesota, that's a major connection right there.
That's what I was saying. If Indy and Minnesota go to the finals, you know, if the money's on Indy and there's no, I don't know if there may be a, well, there is a sacrifice, but if the money's on Indy, they might give it to Minnesota.
Baby Jordan.
It's tough
Yeah.
because
Let
it's
me
all
see.
about
3-point favorites tomorrow. That is kind of suspect.
Mm-hmm.
After losing by 42, you're still the favorite. I don't know. That's been a tough series, though,
Yeah.
man. That series been killing me, man. I'm like, I'd rather just stay away from that one. This is the easiest series right here. This
Mm-hmm.
Pacers next series. Okay, so they cut it to 5.
Yeah, that money line probably dropped. Is that 250 plus 255 now?
Yeah, I think that's when is a good time to put some live betting in. It's at
Mm-hmm.
280. If we could get it to like the negative 170, put some more money down on the Pacers. But they're keeping it. They're keeping it right there though. Negative 260. Negative
Yeah,
two.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna try to.
They're not gonna lower that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see how there was a connection with Kobe too? They were saying that only 2 players have been drafted by the Hornets and then been traded at draft day, and then ended up winning championships. And that was Kobe Bryant, and now SGA can probably do it this year because he was drafted by the Hornets and then they traded him during draft day to the Thunder.
No,
So if
to
he
the
wins the
Clippers.
championship this year, he'll be just like Kobe Bryant.
He got traded to the Clippers.
To the Clippers, yeah. That's what it was.
That's you know the crazy part though. That's crazy because that's the Hornets trading a player to 2 LA teams.
Let me see. Yeah, he got he was the 11th pick in the 2018 draft.
Right.
You say he went to the
He went to the Clippers because the Clippers.
yeah
Remember
yeah
OKC
exactly
traded PG Paul George for him.
yeah
But
yeah
ain't
yeah
that
yeah.
crazy though? Like 2 guards got drafted by Charlotte and they traded him out to LA to a LA team.
That's a good point. Yeah, he's following Kobe footsteps.
Right.
Instead of going to the Lakers, he went to the Clippers.
They was almost the same draft pick, 13. He was
Yeah, Kobe
11
was
though.
the 13. He was the 11th.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the narrative for him winning.
Damn, I thought the Clippers actually drafted him. I didn't know they traded him on draft day.
They did the same thing with Kobe, man. He didn't even get to play for the Hornets.
Right.
I think it was the Hornets or the Bobcats, one of those 2 teams.
Yeah, it was Hornets then.
It was the Hornets, yeah.
Yeah. Because he got drafted like 96.
Yeah, they're making this game extra long, man. It should have ended by now. I feel like
They
I've
want
been
the
here.
money.
Yeah, they trying to get much money they
Somebody said
can get.
the Knicks are fighting back. Good
Yeah,
luck fighting.
they're getting the trolls money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I told you, Knicks. I told you. Watch this. We're gonna come back. Let's go, Brunson. Oh shit.
Yeah, well, I better go. My battery's dying already. So,
All right. Thanks a lot, Ben, for joining us, man.
yeah. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, both of you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just see the rest of this quarter and then we'll end the stream. If anybody else wants to join the stream, the link is in the chat. If you want to talk about the Stanley Cup, anything you guys want to discuss, feel free. I'm only going to be here for the rest of this quarter, and then we'll end it. Yeah, but in the beginning of the stream, we pointed out how if the Pacers sweep They will pick up their 26th conference win on Tuesday and become 26-34 all time in the conference championship. Because in Gematria, Indiana equals 34 and Pacers equals 26. They'll be 26-34 if they sweep. And I think that is the top narrative for the sweep. The Knicks narrative will be obviously extending it to 5 games because Knicks does equal 41. But I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's definitely like the only clue. Whereas though, like if they get one win out the series,
Knicks is trying to fight back though. I see it bringing it back to the original spread, which was 2, which means it should be at a better odds now, right?
it definitely should be.
Yeah, it went down. It went down to negative 170. So there it is. It's not bad odds right there. Put some more money down.
Then
It went right back up to 200. There you go.
Yeah,
FanDuel
FanDuel 265.
Yeah, you got to be quick with this stuff, man. So they had the 19-point lead at the half.
Yeah, maybe they is gonna try to keep it a close game.
Yeah, you know what it is? Indiana is so far from me, man. I do want to go to one of these parades and just start teaching this stuff, but I don't even think it's worth it, man. What you think? There's no waking up these people, man.
Yeah, because I try to do it myself, and it's like people just be like, "What? What are you talking about?" But then it's crazy because when their team lose, oh, this is rigged. This is rigged. Yeah, I've been trying to tell you that.
Yeah, Indiana not that far. Let me see on the. Where's Minnesota on the map?
Up the top. They're actually not far from each other.
Yeah, they're not. Let me see, from New York to Indiana. We're looking at a 10-hour drive. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's about right. Because I had took a bus ride out Indiana before. That's about.
Yeah, that's not bad. I just don't want to waste my time because it is really difficult trying to get these people to listen, man.
Yeah,
especially when they leave their house, with the intentions of celebrating. The last thing they want is to
hear that it was
fixed. To hear that the shit is all fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You gotta be fast with this because they shot back up to 390 and 290.
Yeah,
they not putting.
If you hesitate, it's over.
Yeah, you might not get pieces in the negative ones no more. Yeah, these people don't want to hear this. Like I go through it every day when I'm trying to talk about this, and it's just like, oh no, it's not rigged.
This stuff is unbelievable. What's the baseball schedule for June 5th?
That's a good point.
So Indiana, I don't think. Do they have a baseball team?
No, I don't think so.
Just the Colts and Pacers, huh? And Minnesota Twins, I don't even think they play on that day. How they do? They play Oakland. Minnesota Twins are playing Oakland.
Yeah, Indiana don't have no baseball team.
It's a one-possession game. Yeah, the spread should be a lot better though. And it's still at negative 200. How the hell? It's a one-possession game.
Yeah, they not trying to like drop that.
Nothing. Yeah, they're not trying to drop that.
They're gonna hover it around like 200. Like I said, FanDuel giving you 330, negative 330.
If they tie it at 84, then that 84 definitely looks good for the Pacers.
Oh yeah.
Picking up that
Right,
84.
right.
Yeah. Now the Pacers can't hit free throws. They stuck at 84, the Indiana Pacers number. They forgot how to shoot free throws now.
Wait, what?
It's
You
at
gotta
negative
go for the free throw?
180, which is still a very high spread if it's just a one possession game.
You saying they negative 188? Yeah, yeah, FanDuel, they robbing because this is still negative 250. What book is that? What you on?
Caesars
Oh yeah.
Sportsbook.
I need to get Caesars. I wonder if we got that here.
Yeah, Caesars is way better. They give you credit like points. Now it's a
Oh,
1 point game.
1 point. Hold on. What the
Yeah,
lines
it's your
looking
regular.
like?
So now the spread dropped to negative 130. So now you can actually make some money now
Right.
because now it's a 1 point game.
You definitely gotta be quick with this.
And they got the ball. So now it's even. Now it's even odds. (14-5) run in the fourth quarter.
Man, so Knicks might do cover that one.
Yeah, the person that was in the live stream earlier, he said it might be a 1 point game. They might keep it and have the
Right,
Knicks cover at 1 point. Right, he was right about that.
right.
So the Knicks just took the lead. So then now the Pacers should be the
It's
underdog.
plus, yeah, they plus 126 on FanDuel.
There it is. So now it's the Pacers that's choking. Oh shit. 3-pointer thing.
No, it was oh damn, Pacers just got 3-pointer.
Yeah. So you guys had a lot of opportunity to make some money. That's the beauty of knowing this knowledge and just waiting for your moment during the game. Because now I'm pretty sure now. Look, now it's at negative 125. You still have a chance to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Knicks scored 89-88. Oh yeah, so it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be
Yeah, it might be that point spread, like the
the
guy
point
was
spread
saying
was one.
earlier.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, how does Vegas know it's gonna be like a 1 point deficit during the like late quarters and stuff? Like how do they know that? Like, how do you even like imagine that?
Right.
Because these people know the script, man. It's the only way, man. At least they gave people an opportunity to make some money on the Pacers.
Right. When they gave him that, because it definitely put him at plus.
This is the money grab right here, though, because a lot of people are kept putting money down on the Knicks. Knicks. This is a big money grab right here for the Pacers.
Yep.
I really don't see a narrative for them to win. I'll be shocked if that 26-34 ritual doesn't happen.
Right. Yeah, I'll be surprised. Right, because then, like I said, the 84 that lines up too, like for a sweep.
Yeah, the 84-48. Yeah. And the thing is also, like I was saying, ESPN put up that stat, which it has a small percentage of happening. Teams that lose the first two home games are 0-14 all time. Indiana Pacers equals 114. So if the Knicks come back and win the series, they can make teams 1-14. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think that 26-34 is way stronger. I think the FanDuel stuff is the Caesars is actually faster than ESPN. I'm gonna keep this screen up.
Yeah, I wonder if we
Actually,
got Caesars here.
they don't have Caesars where you're at. You're in
I'm
Philly,
about
right?
to, I'm about to say, yeah, I'm about to say. I never had the book, so I'm about to see now.
But they do have Caesars in Philly, though.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah,
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm down
yeah.
with that.
That's crazy. How did they know? Like that's what I'm saying about man. Like a 1 point spread. They knew how to make it a 1 point spread, man.
Keep it close.
I don't know why these games take so long, man. It's almost 3 hours. I've been on here 3 hours already. I'm like, shit would have ended a long time ago already.
Yeah, it's like they dragging this game out.
Yeah, trying to get recover some of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what the chat is saying. Yeah, Halliburton was at that game when Indiana versus Liberty, the Fever versus Liberty game. Yeah, what I was pointing out was that I think Liberty became 3-0. Now the Pacers can become 3-0 versus the Knicks in the series.
Right.
Why is it taking so long? What are they doing?
Like they had 30
Challenge
points at the
something?
end of the first quarter.
Are they challenging a call or something? Because it's like this shit's been on 89,
Yeah,
80.
they challenging. I think a foul. It was
Oh,
a foul on Jalen Brunson. The Knicks challenging, I think. Damn, Brunson got 5 fouls. He might foul out. There's only like 7 minutes left.
man, don't tell me he's gonna choke again. And Knicks is looking like they got a life. They got life left in them.
Yeah. I'm actually
They
watching
right
it on
there. They
screen.
can't even do. They can't pull it off, man. It's like they right there trying to like do something. They just can't do it. They got the magnets on off for
The
the Knicks.
Magnus is in effect right now. They scored.
So Jalen Brunson fouls out. It's a done deal. Who's gonna be doing
Mm-hmm.
the scoring for this team? He's on the bench.
Yeah, he on the bench. Yeah, they got him on the bench right now.
Mm-mm. Pascal Siakam. Like these people got the perfect basketball names, like LeBron James,
Right.
Pascal Siakam. Like I wonder if these names are also like changed once they get to the league.
Probably is. Some probably to match their numbers and all that too.
Yeah. Good point. Why is Halliburton is on the court? Okay, I was about to say. Yeah. 1 point spread.
Towns at the line. Knicks probably go back up by 1.
The person that was here earlier, he said they might have it like a last shot, Halliburton last shot type of stuff, and
Yeah, I heard him. That's why I
yeah,
said like because he
that's
kept
like the narrative.
he was saying that he think it's gonna be a close game. Yeah, we could see another game winner.
So if Brunson is on the court on the bench, then who's doing the ball handling?
I think they got the guy McBride in. Yeah, they got the guy McBride in.
Did you see how Josh Hart said in an interview that he got 15 stitches?
Yeah,
You believe that?
not necessarily.
How do
Well,
you get? We're like, how do you get 15 stitches and your eye doesn't? You can't even see the stitches through the band-aid.
Pacers is plus 200
Oh, where?
on FanDuel, so I know they higher on there.
Yeah, plus 215. Hmm. The 4-point lead with 5 minutes left. No Brunson. I really don't see the narrative for the Knicks to win this game. Yeah, I'm staying with the Pacers, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're letting people get all that money. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I still like the Pacers narrative, to be honest. If the Knicks steal this one, that's gonna mess up that narrative, though.
yeah.
Yeah,
If they still this one,
yeah. If they steal this one, then I don't know, man. They might win the series because that 114 might end up playing. That might be the
yeah,
narrative that they go with. Because the teams are 0-14 all time after losing the first two home games. See if I can pull it up. Yeah, I can't find that stat. Hold on, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back.
uh, snap, mix up sick. Damn, Cat got 5 5s. Jalen Brunson got 5 5. Wait, how? They took away 2 points from the Knicks. What the hell going on? Wait, how the hell Knicks had 100, now they only got 98? What the hell?
What did I miss?
Man, yo, the Knicks just had 100, and now they only got 98. That
They took points away?
must have been a score error or something. I know I ain't tripping. I don't know what they saying in the chat, but it was just 100, and there was.
It's 98-98. I don't know what score you got.
No, I'm watching it. I'm watching your stream. They had 100 up there.
Oh, were and they just took away 2?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, how didn't they just have 100?
That's Vegas making a call.
Like, it's crazy because I'm actually watching the game too, but like it's faster on your stream, so it must have been an error or something on the stream because it definitely I ain't see the 100 on the TV, so it might have been an error.
Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of DMs like wrong again. Oh, now they got 100. So
Now they got 100.
Yeah. People think that these 2 guys got 5 fouls. It's 2 star players.
Yeah, that's why I said that. I was like, Cat and Jalen Brunson both got 5 fouls. So if they're going overtime or something,
yeah, if they go to overtime, it's gonna be nasty. Yeah, the Knicks trying to hold on, man. See what happens. 2-point game. They need to score here though. Villanova, they need the Pope to make a call.
Yeah, they got to score on this possession. They don't score on this possession, that might be it.
They need Pope Leo to help them out. They got the ball back. Okay, they fighting. Yeah, if they score here, then they probably sneak in and win. Another miss by Brunson. Another rebound by the Knicks, and they can't get over the hump, man. They gotta score to win this game. Because you give Halliburton the ball with down 2, shot clock turnover. Wow. So now you give the Pacers the ball down 2. Halliburton scores an N1 or a 3-pointer, and now you're down by 1. It's not a good look for the Knicks. But let's see what happens, man. Let's see if they give the Knicks 1. It'll be surprising though that 26-34 average doesn't play.
Yo, what? This shot that Jalen Brunson, he airballed that shot for that shot clock turnover. Like, how the hell he airballed that shot?
Yeah. But he went for the 3 too. That's crazy.
Right? And then they let Miles Turner shoot the 3? Now, if the Pacers pull this off down 2 in 19 seconds.
Nah, I've seen worse, man. Down 14 with a minute left. I mean, talk about miracles. A couple of missed free throws. You never know.
Yeah.
Who do they foul?
Josh Hart.
Ooh, his palms might be sweaty. He made first one. Okay. Don't miss the second one. Okay. See, it's looking good for the Knicks now. They needed those 2 points.
Yeah, that might be it.
Let's see if the magnets are on for the Pacers. At 200 points.
What happened? Somebody must have got fouled for a timeout.
Oh, so they fouled, so they to avoid the 3.
To avoid the 3. Yeah.
So now they got to miss, right? Or you think they make it?
Unless they want to play the foul game. Because if they make this one, they got to hurry up and foul and just hope the Knicks at least miss one.
Oh, yeah.
But like you said, even if they do miss one, they're going to foul the Pacers. So they don't even get a chance to shoot the 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he made it.
The Knicks call timeout.
I still think the Pacers have life for some reason. I'm waiting for the miracle shit to happen now. Like,
Still or something.
yeah, like something crazy. I feel like it's gonna happen, and the Knicks just stay. I don't know. Maybe the comeback happens. Maybe they get a win in this series. But...
Mm-hmm.
So if it looks like this series is following the script from the Western Conference.
The 2-1.
Yeah, both 2-1.
NBA wanted to make some more money by extending the series.
Yeah, because the Garden tickets is like $1,500. So
For the nosebleed too. That's crazy.
for the nosebleeds, yeah. Yeah, this was impressive though by the Knicks. If they do win this,
Yeah, somebody was
20
saying
points.
that Indiana always lose when the Indy 500 or something going on.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Every time the Indy 500 is in their city, they lose the game or something like that, right?
Yeah, I did. I seen something like that.
Yeah, I see something like that too. .7 seconds. Oh, steal by Halliburton. 8, 7, 3. Go the Pacers.
Yeah, I think they're
I guess we're
5.
gonna have to reevaluate this series now. Wow, this is gonna be this is surprising, man. That 26 and 34 looked so good, man.
Yeah, and that 84. But you know, that's how they do it.
Yeah, they make it look real good on the surface, man. There's always something behind it.
Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't even. I can't predict like who gonna be in the final. 'Cause remember, obviously, I like the OKC, but then when you brought up that Minnesota thing, that had me thinking. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. That's a way tougher series than this one.
yeah. Even if Knicks win this one, I still think Indiana.
Oh no, yeah, I do think.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know because now that 114, that might be where they go with it.
well, yeah, that's true. Because they're right, they wouldn't go down 0-3. It'd be going down. It'd be 1-2 now. Oh, Brunson at the line too. I don't think he missing.
The Pacers need a 3 to survive.
Yeah, they would need a 3. They can't go for 2. They gotta go for 3.
So they flipped it. They had the Knicks win by 1 when the spread was 1.
It was 1.
A 4-point play will be crazy.
8.1 seconds. Yeah, either the Pacers win by one or the Knicks gotta win by one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the line. That 1 point line, and
Yeah, and it's going down to one possession.
mm,
All right, what happened? He missed it. Yeah, all right. So the next one. Wow, I'm actually surprised, man.
yeah. So the only other narrative now is like you said, either that 114 or the Pacers still beat them 4-1.
Yeah, this one is shocking though, man. I wish I could find that photograph of let me see the Knicks. I don't know if I can find it. That was like a meme somebody showed me. Teams record after losing the first two games. NBA postseason. Maybe it's in the conference finals. Uh, yeah, it was something about them being all down, the record being 0-14.
What going down 0-2?
Okay, so here it is. The statement 0-14 after losing the first two games is not complete phrase. Okay, for example, the New York Knicks, for example, are 0-14 all time in playoff series when down 0-2 in the series. Well, that's what it is.
Okay, so
So if they win, they'll become 1-14. And Indiana
1-14.
Pacers is 1-14. So that means
Wow.
they will have to win this series for that
They got to
to
win the series for that, right?
yeah. Is that what they're gonna do though? Have the
That'd
Knicks
be
in the finals?
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Indiana Pacers is 1-14.
I still like that Pacers though with the Colts owner dying at 65. Him congratulating the Pacers. Final starting on 6-5. I mean, but I don't, like I said, that's why I haven't bet like who because it just they like to trick you.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody said drop the link. The link is to be in the chat. What's going on, Fresco?
Whoa, what's good with it? You can hear me?
Yes,
What's good with it?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Cooling, bro. Shit, bro. I
What
seen
you think
y'all
about this?
earlier.
What you think about this rig performance, man?
You got to be on the right side of the rig. That's the key.
Shit is despicable, man. I don't know how people can watch this bullshit.
Man, I see y'all popping y'all little shit about, what's about Indiana and shit, man. I was like, man, they just don't know. It's about to be the same shit. And boom, it happened. It happened.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It
but it's like
happened.
G said, the more games, the more money they make from it.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
That
more games, the more yup.
I was telling somebody earlier that these might be the first two teams ever, first time ever in history of both teams down 0-2 come back to win a series. That ain't never happened yet.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That narrative is a lot for the Knicks because again they'll be 1-14 because they've never came back down 0-2 in the playoff series. So Indiana Pacers 114. I think the Pacers
What's
won.
114?
If the Knicks are 0 and
I know that.
14, Indiana Pacers is 114. I'll show you.
So if Minnesota win tomorrow, you think Knicks win game 4?
I gotta look at it again. But let me just show him the Gematria of Indiana Pacers. You see how they won? They won game 2 with 114 points. Indiana Pacers equals 114. Then the Knicks says here that the New York Knicks, for example, are 0 and 14 all time in playoff
Whoa.
series. Went down 0-2 in the series. This means that the Knicks have never overcame a 0-2 deficit to win a playoff series. So this could be the first time they do it, and it'll be against the team with the 114 connection, the Indiana Pacers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So this is the last narrative, the only narrative I see for the Knicks.
Yeah.
But
That narrative's strong, bro.
that narrative is strong, but them sacrificing Jim Irsay, I don't think that's something to overlook either.
Yeah, Jim Ersay is a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a real big deal.
Yeah, but this narrative is
But
very, very, very,
if
very, very.
they hear, I look at it like this. They watch all these videos, not just the Gematria, but all videos with basketball podcasts. They got people watching and keeping an ear out to these YouTube
For
streams.
sure.
No,
And
I know that's a fact.
they know they know what we want to see and what we tired of seeing. And we tired of seeing the soft ass league, which is why they peeled back on some of the rule changes they did to benefit the European players too. So when you take that for an account, now they're playing physical, which you can, as you can see today, New York got real physical or whatever. But all in all, what I'm trying to say is they will make a lot of money. If it's a business and it's rigged like we say it is, I think they will make a lot of money and get that viewership up for next year if they put have Minnesota and New York in that final. They'll make a lot of money and they'll be able to rig more fucking games.
Then
That's
that
how I
yeah,
see it.
then that commercial would be relevant. Then remember I told you with the 4 Villanova players in that commercial. You know where the
Yeah.
Dante DiVincenzo was talking to the 3 Knicks players from Nova. That
I know about
yeah,
that
that would make
commercial.
it
Yeah.
like where's the levels? That was the obvious clue right there.
Yeah, the Knicks fucked over me the first game. I was dumb enough to take them. I should have looked at it. But I knew, for one, both of these teams can win on the road. Both of them. Knicks got a problem winning in New York because of the pressure. Indiana problem winning at home is they playing in fucking Indiana, a racist ass state. They can get some home wins, but against a good team,
Yeah,
it's
New York
tough for them.
definitely don't play good at home.
They Indiana nor New York play good at home. But it's whoever gonna get that first home win that's gonna change the whole trajectory of the series and who they gonna get that narrative to. And that your last narrative, true, look like the narrative. I ain't gonna even lie to you. With all this shit going on in the world, it most definitely would be fitting that New York get in the NBA finals. And we'll damn sure know it's definitely end of the world type shit for real.
Yeah. So if Knicks win game 4, then yeah, you might have some legs with that. If Indiana win game 4, then
I
but
don't
yeah,
know, man. I think their confidence gone. The way New York played them that last quarter, they fucked up with it. I ain't gonna even hold you. They fucked up with it, bro. Real rap. They fucked up with it. It's still the players still gotta play. I know the ritual and all that shit, but they gonna keep the main thing to keep the viewership.
You know what's funny, right? So I just did a 3 hour live stream, and now everybody's coming into the chat saying that they knew the Knicks was gonna win, but none of these people was here in the
nobody
first half.
called up.
Right, I was at work, bro.
These people are funny.
I was at
No, no,
work.
not you. I'm just saying the rest of all these people are saying that they knew the Knicks was gonna win. Oh, what happened? Like, what happened?
Yeah. But you knew I was on the side of the Knicks anyway, even from the last series, remember? With Boston.
You saying what? Say it again.
I said you knew I was with the Knicks when they was playing Boston.
You
Remember?
saying so you like the Knicks going to the finals?
Yes, I like the Knicks going to the finals.
Okay, yeah, they do have an average is to that 114, but we'll see. And you know, streaks do end at 14, so because the word "end" equals 14, so they can end that
Mm-hmm.
streak, that losing streak
At
of being
14.
yeah.
Yeah, I say if Knicks win game 4, then that definitely has
Yeah,
some
that
legs.
114 is there though. Yep. Yeah, good point, RC. Yeah.
That
I don't
114
know.
is
I just
right
think
there.
that I thought that 26-34 was like that has to be the money.
The
The money.
26-34, the 84-48, like
Yeah, I'm a little
Yeah,
surprised,
that
but
84 hitting too. The 84 for
yeah,
sure.
84 and 48. I'm like, damn, how did they don't go with that? But they always have something deeper. They always have like a random stat that we don't even nobody's even paying attention to. Like how many
mhm.
people keep a track of how many times the Knicks have lost down 0-2? Like why are they pulling that stat out of a hat? Like why is that more relevant than the conference finals record? You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's what makes this work tricky.
Well, I mean, shit. They trying to create a narrative for the people to bet with Indiana and Vegas get that money. So they was creating a narrative right there when they went down 0-2 and saying Knicks, is it possible the Knicks can come back? They this and they won it 0-14 on went 0-2 and shit. They
And I'm kind of
already creating
surprised
the
they didn't have
narrative.
the Knicks the favorite, by the Knicks being down
Who?
0-2. I'm surprised they didn't have Knicks as the favorite, like coming into this game by them being down 0-2 and needing a win. But I guess because it's in Indiana, they still gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
them.
why it was so small. It was kind of
Yeah,
like a flip flop game, and that's the way the game was. The game was flip flop. First half,
yeah.
it was looking like Indiana. Second half, third quarter, that defense was on another level, of course. And then you got
Somebody
them
said
streaks.
home court advantage. Oh my gosh, these people are still asleep. There's no such thing as home court advantage.
It's all about the rhythm.
Yeah, it definitely ain't. Because if that's the
Home court
case, Pacers still got the home court advantage. So it ain't about that. And then like Pacers done won both times on New York court. So for all we know, New York can win both
Both.
games here.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's who get that third game that's gonna tell you right there.
That's why I said whoever win game 4, pretty much, I think gonna win the series.
No matter who home court is on.
Let me see that Knicks odds to win the Eastern Conference. Let's see what it is right now.
It was like plus when I just before this game, I think it was like 4,700.
So they're still plus it 166. That's not bad. So Knicks in 6.
I got them in 7. I say 7 because Indiana gonna get one more. But
If you take the Knicks at negative 1.5 for the spread for the series spread, that's plus 790. So if they win in 6, actually no, they would need to win. They can't win it. It'll be 4-2. Yeah, they got to win in 6. They got to win 4 in a row for that to play.
for what to play?
For them to win the series, negative 1.5. That means they have to win by 2 games. So if they win
Okay.
4-2, they cover the spread.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shit. You better off just taking them to win and go heavy. I mean, shit. You
Yeah, they
know?
might make both of these series
Along extent. Yeah,
yeah,
'cause that is. I was thinking about that. I'm like, if they sweep them, then that's a long time before the finals.
before the finals, yeah, because
Yeah, almost 10 days without basketball. Are they really gonna do that?
yeah.
Man, but that 114 has a lot of legs, man. Especially now
Mm-hmm.
after they won. I say, you know what? If they probably not gonna do that because of how sweet that 26-34 looked. But now I'm looking at that 0-14. I'm like, oh man, that
And
might
then
be what
on
they
that,
do, man.
why he said, for example, the New York Knicks, like it brought up the Knicks as the example.
Exactly right, and that's
They didn't even show Minnesota record when they was down
yeah. Why
0-2
would
in
they
the
just bring up the
series.
Knicks, right? The Chat GBT
Yeah,
website,
they
yeah.
use the Knicks as the example. Like that's why I said, like there be little stuff like that. Like
Yeah, and then we know spreads. I mean streaks and that 14. So man, that
Dan,
looks
like you
goofy.
like you said, Dan, like if the Knicks in the finals, like you said, this would be like crazy because it's like it's
It'll be
it's the
madness.
Knicks, like
Yeah, it'll be madness. It'll be madness.
Man, you ain't gonna be able to
This
leave
is,
the house,
this is
true.
the year. This is. I'm sorry. I was about to say like this is the year that Carmelo went to the Hall of Fame. So
dang.
yeah, it's just I don't really see much with the Knicks though, man.
Keep watching.
They had the Yankees lose. Now they might have. What happened to Fresco? Fresco must have left. Something happened. I'll be here another 10 minutes if anybody else wants to join in and say something.
Yeah, see, this is exactly why I was chilling today far as bet. I'm like,
Yeah, it was. It was I'm not gonna lie though. They made that one down 20 points. That's why whenever they have a 20-point lead, like I just cash out my bet.
yeah,
Just rather just take the safe money.
yeah.
Somebody says that we spoke about that the WNBA finals. It was Minnesota versus the Liberty. Yeah, we spoke about that.
Mm-hmm.
I highly doubt they do that though. I mean, just how obvious is that though, man?
But I was thinking the same thing too. Like that would probably be too obvious. Like, but who knows?
Yeah, the Carmelo Anthony stabbing. Yeah, I seen that. So Kendrick likes the Knicks in 7. 7 games.
If that's possible, then that means it could be possible that no team will win on their home court this series.
And that might be what they're doing. They might be punking the home crowd. They like to do that too.
Yeah, because if Knicks win in 7, I mean, yeah, no team will win on their home court probably most likely. Well, unless the
Well, they'll have to win game.
yeah,
They
they would
win
have to
game.
win game right. They would have to get one.
That's at the Garden.
Yeah,
So they might have the Pacers win in 7 and have all the road teams win. So they have Pacers. Then he came back with the Knicks.
yeah. So wait, the final start the 5th. What's today? 25th. Because I still think like they want to extend the series, but not have them too long. Whereas though the finals will be starting the 5th, which is next Thursday.
Somebody says, look at last year. How obvious was that? What was last year? What was last year's NBA Finals? I forgot. It was Celtics and Dallas. That wasn't really that obvious.
Damn, right. It was.
It was
Damn,
the
Mavericks was in the
Oh
finals?
yeah, they did win on 617. That was kind of obvious.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that was. Right. Yeah, the Boston one. And then they
yeah,
had
but that was obvious to us. Was that obvious to everybody else? I mean, something like having the Liberty and the Timberwolves and the Minnesota team in the WNBA finals, and then have the same finals in the NBA. It's a little bit more obvious because that's something you can just see. You don't have to like research that. You can just see it. Like, oh look, the same finals in the WNBA they had in the NBA. That's if the Minnesota Timberwolves advance over the Thunder.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll leave it there, man. I appreciate you, G, for joining us today, man. Yeah, man. I'll definitely come back. I'll probably come back Tuesday and cover game 4.
All right, cool.
Thanks a lot, G.
Yep.
I appreciate everybody. Please hit the like, share, and yeah, we'll come back. We're gonna nail this NBA playoffs, man. They're making it tough, but yeah, that 114 is there. That narrative is there for the Knicks. Streaks doing that 14. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that had any legs, but don't win in game 3. That definitely has that narrative alive now. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot, man. Enjoy your weekend.